You got the intro playing?
This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building Materials, Midway Pharmacy, Owensboro Health, Twin Lakes Medical Center, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools.
8 straight wins, a postseason regular. The Owensboro Red Devils stand tall once again. But tonight, into Rash Stadium comes a different kind of storm. Orange and Navy, the heartbeat of Grayson County, a team written off by many, but not themselves. Because upsets aren't born from odds, they're born from belief. And tonight, the Cougars don't just want a chance. They want history. And a good evening and welcome inside the broadcast booth here for tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105. I'm Sam Gormley. He's the former Cougar, John Decker. And John, we talked about this 2 weeks ago when this Grayson County squad took on Bowling Green. You get the opportunity here to shake up the world because, no one really thinks you got a chance.
No, you're exactly right. Nobody thought we had a chance to even hang with Bowling Green, and for 3 quarters we hung with them. So you got a chance to rock the world tonight.
This is the playoffs, so win or go home here. Owensboro hosting senior night here as well, and that adds a different extra layer of emotion as well. You don't usually see senior night happening during the playoffs. Makes it a little bit interesting as well, so we'll see how that turns out here today for this Grayson County squad. But listen, 15 years ago they came down here and walked away winners in the playoffs.
Exactly.
And you were there that night, right?
I was here that night watching it, so yeah, let's do it again.
Let's dive into this matchup here a little bit. The 17th all-time meeting between Grayson County and Owensboro, as it is 15-1. Owensboro leads it. Grayson County finished the regular season 4-6. That heartbreaking 14-13 loss last week. Cougars looking to win a playoff game in 3 straight seasons for only the second time in program history. On the other side, Owensboro 8-2 have won 8 straight games after dropping the first 2. The Red Devils won their 5 district games by an average of 50.8 points per game. Owensboro will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs after finishing as the number 2 overall team in the RPI. This is the Locker Room Show brought to you by our friends at Hometown Hangout. Just remember to stop by and see them before, during, and after every Grayson County game this season. Coming up, we'll introduce you to both squads, talk to the head coach Brian Jones, and bring you Decker's details, the keys to the game as that comes up and more right here on 103.9 The Moose.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Doodah Hudson in Litchfield today.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. When you donate to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement. And the things you loved start a new life too.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact.
Here to Owensboro High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are inching closer towards taking on the Red Devils of Owensboro. For Owensboro, they're 8-2 this year. Finished undefeated in Class 5A District 1, and that's a pretty solid district. So that's Apollo, Madisonville, Graves County, Marshall County, and Muhlenberg County, and they dominated that district. As, again, we mentioned, winning all of their district games by about 51 points is the average. DeMarcus Ganaway Jr. is the starting quarterback. He's passed for just under 1,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. The running back, though, Evan Hampton's a guy you were familiar with, John, as he's a now Vanderbilt commit, one-time Louisville commit. He's rushed it 111 times for 1,165 yards and 16 touchdowns. He's a great athlete and somebody that Louisville really wanted, and now he's heading down south to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, but he's a good athlete and a really strong runner, so, yeah, we're going to have to watch out for him tonight. But you can't key on him because we got a quarterback that threw for that many yards.
And he's got some receivers. Kingston Dillard is the guy that we're going to be calling his name quite a bit tonight. 38 passes for just under 900 yards. He's a school record 13 touchdowns this year. He's only a sophomore, not the biggest guy, but he is shifty. Cougars going to have to find a way to slow him down here today. Aiden Fountain missed 2 games this season, but pulled in 9 grabs for 193 yards as well. The offense, 41.4 points per game. They've scored 54 points in 4 straight and 60 in 3 of the last 4 games. They've been held only under 40 only once during their current 8-game winning streak. Defensively, they're stout, averaging less than 14 points a game, 62.6 on the ground, 101 through the air. Ty Ashley is going to be a name we're going to be calling a lot. He has a bunch of offers, 97 total tackles. Brian Jones told me this is the best defensive player that the Cougars have gone up against as a middle linebacker this year, and he's somebody that you got to keep an eye on when he's on the field.
You are, and, coming from that middle linebacker spot, you're going to have somebody on that offensive line and probably a back, a tight end, and everybody help chip on him to just keep him out of that backfield.
Grayson County got to this point. Tough loss last week against Hart County. We'll take a break, introduce you to them coming up. This is Cougar Football on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
To Owensboro High School, Grayson County, and Owensboro here in the opening game of the Class 5A playoffs. Cougars this year, 4-6 record. They've been in some games, though, that you'd think, play here, play there, John, and it's a different contest that they might have won, including last week against Hart County, where you go 1 of 4 in the red zone. And listen, you do that, and you're not going to win many games.
No, you're not. And I think Coach Jones alluded to it last week. You got to do a little better, maybe even kick some field goals if we get down there tonight.
I don't know that you can do that tonight.
I know.
Though,
I don't know
because
if you
need
can.
touchdowns against a team that's averaging,
that's true.
41.4 points per game. I think you're in 4-down territory. Honestly, if it were me, John, I think you're in 4-down territory every single play tonight. What do you have to lose if you're Grayson County? Ethan Mudd, I think, has been playing really well this season. He's probably been the MVP for this squad.
No doubt. I would say definitely the offensive MVP, if not the MVP.
He's just been the guy that when things go wrong, you turn to him and you say, "Hey, let's give it to our dude Ethan Mudd," and he has had an excellent season running the ball. And then last week, I was really happy to see him have the fumble recovery for a touchdown. It was really cool.
Yeah. I'm sure that probably was one of his favorite touchdowns of the year if you ask him.
Oh, the defensive ones are a little bit better than those offensive ones. And it was interesting, on my little cheat sheet that I have here in front of me, I made a comment saying that Caden Tyner got to replace Chandler McCready, who had been on my sheet saying the last defensive touchdown for 4 years. Chandler McCready was the guy, 4 years in all of this, and poor Caden Tyner got for 3 games.
Yeah, he didn't stay
Ethan Mudd has now replaced him onto that. The defense, I thought last week, John, played in the second half especially, one of their better defensive games this season.
I was going to say, if I would say the second half of last week or maybe the second quarter of the Bowling Green game were two of their best.
Why?
Just because they just was locked in, laser focused, and they pretty much just shut down a run in both that second quarter of the Bowling Green game and the whole second half against Hart County, which has a really good rushing attack.
And you're going up against a good rushing attack here tonight in the Red Devils of Owensboro. We're going to take a break. Grayson County is coached by Brian Jones. We'll talk to him and get his thoughts on the matchup after this, as this is Grayson County Cougar football on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teachers! Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation!
Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at Futurity.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show. Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined now by head coach Brian Jones for the Grayson County Cougars. Coach, I feel like I know you pretty well, and I feel like you probably went back and watched the red zone sequences from that Hart County game more than maybe any sequence you probably have in a long time. What'd you learn from them?
It comes down to executing in high-pressure situations and being able to finish. We're really close. And then, you go back and forth, at least I do myself, on, kicking, not kicking, and those types of things. And you just hate to not come away with points there because anyway, you kind of flip it in the red zone 4 times and or 4 times and only score 1 out of the 3. It's not very good odds, and it's tough to win a ball game when you are that low percentage.
Jake Bratcher this year, we've talked a lot about him as his growth as a leader, especially often on the field. But his growth as a quarterback from the Edmonson County game to tonight, what have you seen from him in that regard?
I think with our option stuff, he's done a great job at learning to really read the option and does a pretty good job of knowing when to give it, when to pull it. He's become a much tougher runner, I feel like, and he went down much easier earlier in the season, but now he's fighting for some yards and some different things. And I think he does a pretty good job in the pass game, and statistically probably doesn't show it, but he's come through with some really big throws for us in some big moments. And so I think a lot of that's confidence and reps. You can't replicate reps, and unfortunately for him, he sat behind a really good player for a couple of years and didn't get a ton of reps. And that's something that we've tried to do a little bit better job of this year with Trigg is how always having him ready, getting reps in practice, but also earlier in the year getting him some reps in some games. So, but no, I think Jake has evolved really nicely as a player, as a leader, as a person over the last 12 months.
You mentioned after the game last week that you felt like Bowling Green, there were some moments in this game where I got to get your direct quote where you said they wanted no more of Grayson County. What's that look like?
I think just dominating up front, when the pile or the line of scrimmage, if you're watching in person or on TV, you just see a surge going in our favor, where we're moving people in the favorable direction for us. Offensive, that's for positive yards, and defensively, that's driving them backwards. And so, and then I think that the physicality of our tackling and different things like that, I think just improved, over the season. And, I think in that game, I've been in some Bowling Green games where you looked out there and you felt like you were seeing some people that were scared to play against their opponent. And I just don't feel like that you saw that at all in that game. It was like we belonged playing against them, and we respect them but didn't fear them.
Owensboro, maybe the best team you've played all season long. What makes them so good?
They're good everywhere. They've got a great quarterback. They've got really talented receivers. They've got a great running back. They're good up front. On the other side of the ball, again, they're good up front, good linebackers, good DBs. But they just got great players all over the place. And when you come across that, you just got to be technically sound and stick to fundamentals. And hopefully we're able to get on some double teams and have some long sustaining drives and keep their offense off the field. And see where it's at late in the game.
Over the last 2 months, really no one has scored against this defense. They have shut down pretty much everybody. How does your offense have success against them?
I think we've got to be sold out to the 3 yards of play, be committed to ball security, pushing piles, all the little things just to make sure that we're picking up first downs and then trying to finish drives. And, one thing I'll say is, they haven't played a real heavy option team, and that's something that we want to hang our hat on. And I think, a lot of people have tried to come out and throw on them and do some different things that, I think allowed some of these games to kind of get crazy over the last few weeks for them. And, I think we've got a game plan in place that we saw and executed against Bowling Green fairly well, but, still had some negative plays that we got to try to stay away from. And we're gonna try to do a similar thing tonight, run the football, keep the clock rolling, long drives that finish in points.
You're going to need an A-plus performance tonight to have a shot to pull off one of the biggest upsets that would happen in the state. What's that look like, and how do you do it?
Well, just like I said, we got to have long drives. Our best defense is a good offense, and hopefully we can find a way, whether it be special teams or or it be defensive play to force a turnover or two, get an extra possession. But the big thing is clock-eating drives that finish in points.
Coach, good luck. More comes up on the Hometown Hangout Locker Room show after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. Let me see your t-shirt. Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation.
Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
I crave adventures that spark joy and create memories. Sailing the seas with Royal Caribbean or exploring the magic of Disney parks. And with your global getaway, my dreams are expertly crafted. From all-inclusive Caribbean resorts to tailor-made itineraries, Mark turns wanderlust into reality. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary?
Your global getaway. Expertise in unforgettable vacations. Call Mark at 270-296-0106 or visit yourglobalgetaway.com. Start living your travel dreams today.
Yes, start living your travel dreams today.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Welcome back here to Rash Stadium here on the campus of Owensboro High School for tonight's coverage of the Class 5A playoffs. I'm Sam Gormley. He's John Decker. And John, before we get to your details here, you know, have you seen the TV show Ted Lasso?
I have not.
Okay, well, there's your homework.
Okay.
By next football season, you need to have watched it.
Okay.
Agreed?
I agree.
There you go. For one, and if you haven't watched it at home, phenomenal show. Phenomenal show.
I saw lots of previews.
It's fantastic. But, you know, he always has one of his lines is that believe. You know, it's above the wall in their locker room and saying, you know, if you believe in yourself, you believe in your teammates, you believe in the process, you believe in this, you got a chance.
That's true.
And, you know, I always like the line, too, of you put your pants on the same way that they do. They tie their shoes the same way you do. So who's to say that you can't have a chance in this game?
Exactly. You know, that's why they blow the whistle and play the game, you know.
And, you know, you heard Coach Jones talk about it last week. There are some teams across the state of Kentucky that said, hey, we don't want this. We don't want to play a really good team. And Grayson said, no, we want to.
That just blew my mind that there was 6 or 8 teams that decided, hey, I don't want to be in the playoffs.
And there were some that I understand. You know, like there were a couple that didn't have the numbers to. And, you know, a school like Fort Knox was going to have to travel to Mayfield, which was going to be about a 3-hour bus ride. Not having a lot of I can understand some of this. But for Grayson, they're saying, you're telling me we get an hour to play one of the state's best teams?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the KSR poll that I vote in, I think we had Owensboro second as the best team in 5A.
I saw they were 12th in the state.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
John, do you know who's number 1, though, in 5A?
I did not pay any attention. I mean, I do know who, though.
It'd be the Fighting Cooper Jaguars.
All right.
And I was talking with an Owensboro parent that I've gotten to know over the years, and he said that if it all plays out, there's a chance the semifinals, you know, if Owensboro wins tonight and does chalk and everything, that you could have Cooper at Owensboro.
We might have
here
to watch it.
The Friday night. I was planning on maybe staying home for that, but maybe I'd have to come down here and break out my maroon and gold here.
If there's not a basketball game.
No, Black Friday. We'd
Oh,
be good.
really?
So Black Friday football. No, the Lady Cougars play a scrimmage that Sunday, but nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing on that. John, you said your details, your keys to the game are going to be relatively simple today. What are they?
We're going to have to play mistake-free football. Just play with heart and determination and keep playing Cougar defense. You know, if we play defense like we had the last 3 or 4 games, we got a chance to hang in it. And all you ask for is a chance.
Because, you know, we talked about this a couple of times. The last thing Owensboro wants is this game to be a game at any point.
Oh, if it's a game at halftime, they're not going to like that.
Because they're going to be a little bit like, oh, wait, weren't we supposed to crush this team? And instead, that might not necessarily be the case. And then, John, it's just me and you talking right now, isn't it? There might be a number 21. It's just me and you, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There might be a number 21 that comes out there today, and maybe even a number 40.
Yeah, and those 2 kids are excited from what I understand.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Well, that's right. Just stick around and watch as we say a tease.
Coach Jones says, don't talk about it on the radio. And I said, well, at some point I'm going to have to. Are we close enough?
We're close enough.
We're close enough.
We're
Jet
close
Hawkins
enough
will suit up today for Grayson County, and Brenton Robinson will also suit up today for Grayson County. Those are big additions for this Cougar squad here today. Jet, one of their best returning players, didn't play for the first couple of games of the year. He's back. He's hungry. And he's ready for the Cougars to pull off a potential upset. The Class 5A playoffs come up next as it's the Cougars and the Red Devils. This is Cougar football. This has been the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teachers! Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation!
Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Sophia A., absent, because transportation was absent.
Maria J., absent, because child care for siblings was absent.
Julio M., absent, because housing was absent.
Cole W.
Aaron L.
Olivia H., absent. Absent.
Absent.
Absent.
When communities and schools is present, 99% of our students are present and ready to learn.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Stadium on the campus of Owensboro High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are looking to shake up the world. Sam Gormley and the former Cougar John Decker with you. John, I threw my pen somewhere and I don't know where it went, so now I'm having to switch to my pencil. It'll work. I'm usually prepared. I've got all my different options.
This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building
going to start with the football.
Midway Pharmacy,
And let's see what
Owensboro
they can do
Health
here to open us
Lakes
up.
Medical Center, Scotty's.
As we are ready to roll. The opening kick is up. Backpedaling and catching at his own 10-yard line is Caden Tyner. Tyner goes up to the far side. He hits the 25-yard line and is wrapped up by his backside to the 30. And that was nearly breaking that.
Yeah, if he gets
was
through that.
Caden Tyner. He had an opportunity to do something special on that return.
Oh, man.
The Grayson County offense is going to trot out, led by Jake Bratcher.
We gave him a terrible spot. The ball was laying on the 30 when he got tackled.
That is not a great
terrible spot.
Not a good spot at all. In fact, I think I called it to the 30, but instead they are going to give him only to the 28. That's where Grayson County is going to start here against Owensboro on their opening drive of the game. Owensboro jumps, but they bounce back onside. Run play, first play, Ethan Mudd runs right into a wall and is driven backward. Big play coming around the side was Xavier Conrad, the 6'1" senior linebacker. Stand up end drives Mudd back for a big loss in the play. They'll lose to a loss of 4, back to the 24-yard line. Second down, 14 coming up for Grayson County on this opening drive of the game.
Definitely don't want to start off with a negative yard play.
We're going to see an extra blocker come in for Grayson County as Evan Hasty checks into the game. Hasty, we've seen tight end a little bit this season, and he's had a good year, I think, on the defensive line, but they're just loading up with linemen. I formation for Grayson County. Bratcher goes under center. He'll give it to Mudd again. He goes forward for no gain. Ball comes out. Owensboro says they have it, and they do. A fumble goes into the hands. Ty Ashley comes out with it. A 1-yard gain for Ethan Mudd, and the ball will head towards the Red Devils to open us up, and not a good start for the Orange and Blue.
No, it's not. You know, negative 3 yards of starting a fumble. That's not going to make Coach Jones happy.
Owensboro led by DeMarcus Ganaway Jr. They come out for their first drive only 56 seconds into the game. Ganaway will go in the pistol. Ashley lines up to his right. As it's a toss play to Hampton. Hampton comes near side. He hits the 25 blockers in front of him. He runs up the sideline. 5, touchdown Owensboro. It takes them one play to go in from 25 yards out. And the Red Devils lead 6-0. Evan Hampton, rushing touchdown, number 17 this year.
See why that kid had lots of offers.
He'll be playing in the SEC next year at Vanderbilt.
We made that pretty easy for him, though. I mean, nobody was even near him.
And this little toss sweep play to the near side. The extra point going to be attempted by Cooper Ellis. This is his 60th attempt this year, 50 of 59 entering it. Ganaway is the holder. Good hold, good snap, kicks long enough, and he splits it right through the uprights. Owensboro leads 7-0, 10:56 left first quarter. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
For the Orange and Blue, they fumble on their first drive of the game, and then Owensboro takes them one play to go up 7-0. So here comes the kick from the Red Devils from left to right. Tyner will backpedal and catch at his own 6-yard line on the far side. Tyner tackled as he crosses the 15 and near the 20-yard line. Another really nice tackle made by Shemwell coming downhill to make it. And Grayson County going to struggle with some field position here. And John, you mentioned to me during the break here, you think Grayson County's going to need to put the ball in the air a little bit.
They're going to have to. If the first drive's any indication, we're not going to run on this front seven. So, yeah, we're going to have to change up and put it in the air a little bit.
No one has really run on this front seven. They're averaging only 62.6 yards allowed on the ground this season. Bratcher will go in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the right side, whistle blown, and this might be a false start called against Grayson County, and that's not what you're going to. Well, no, actually, I think I
think it might be.
It actually is on Owensboro. At least that's what the first indication is. Dead ball, offside called against Owensboro, and that's probably one of those where if you're Brian Jones, you're saying, "Hey, let us snap it. Let's get a free play."
Exactly. If he didn't touch anybody, why aren't we getting a free play out of that?
7-0 Owensboro leads. 10 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. Cougars from right to left on the radio dial wearing the all-white jerseys and the navy blue helmets with the orange Cougar paw on each side. RPO, pass over to the far side. It is caught right at the first down marker. Absorbing a big hit was Evan Hasty. He pulls in his first catch, and that'll move the chains. Gain of 5 for Evan Hasty.
Yeah, nice catch by Evan.
We haven't called his name on offense really at all season. It's his first catch of the year. What a time to pull it out on the final, or the opening game of the playoffs here. First down and 10 for Grayson County from their own 31-yard line. They trail 7-0, 10.5 remaining in the first quarter. Low snap, Bratcher picks it up. Setting up a screen, it's caught by Mudd. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but just keeps his legs churning. Gets up to about the 35-yard line. Nice little job by Ethan Mudd to turn that into a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, I didn't even see. I thought, where's Jake throwing it? I didn't even see Ethan behind the offensive line there.
Second down and 6 comes up. This is a really good answer for Grayson County after fumbling on their opening drive of the game.
Yeah. Way to come back and answer a little adversity.
Second down and 6. 2 wide receivers pop out to the right side, 1 here to the near side. Actually, it's 2 near side. Is there somebody in the slot? Owensboro showing blitz from the near side. See if Bratcher picks it up. Play clock down at 1, and Brian Jones will take a timeout here with 9 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter. I don't think he liked what he saw from that defensive alignment as Owensboro was showing pressure immediately off the edge.
Yeah, that strong side outside linebacker was walking up there showing blitz.
We'll see if we can't find a quick score or two to bring you as we open up here. Obviously, a lot of scores happening from around the state, including a lot yesterday. I don't think there were any local games, though, really yesterday at all. Most of them happened on other portions of the state.
I guess the closest team I heard playing yesterday was Meade County got beat.
They did. Meade County lost to Henderson County.
Yeah.
And we're looking here, and that really, I'm seeing nothing of direct interest to the area. E-Town leads Callaway County 14-0. Other than that, not a whole lot. Cooper's up 14-7, John, if you cared. I do.
Well,
playing South Oldham tonight.
At least you can have one happy moment tonight, see?
Listen, football's been tough to me this year, John.
Oh, man.
Second down and 6.
How was that with your buddy the other day?
Second down and 6. Trips to the near side of the field. 1 to the right side. Bratcher to pass. Throws over the middle. Diving catch made by Shane Hall. Across the sticks up to the 42-yard line. Gain of 7 yards. What a throw. What a catch. They only end up giving him 6 to the 41. But what a catch by Shane Hall over the middle.
He just made a nice little quick slant there, and Jake just, bang, threw it to the spot, threw it low where only he could get it, and got us the first down.
Bratcher was practicing that a lot in warm-ups, going with quick hitters on slants and then out routes as well. We haven't seen that as much this year, so maybe that is a game plan.
I was going to say, I say that is something that Coach Jones saw in some film work.
Right, wide receiver on each side. It's another RPO over the middle. They go incomplete, intended to Tyner, but good defense on the far side. Shemwell came in to break it up. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
You know, though, Jake was right on the money there. Just the defender came in and made a nice hit there.
Cougars RPOing early. And, John, this is something we talked about. We saw in the scrimmage up at Bullitt Central where they RPO'd a lot.
And they look good.
They haven't done it as much this year.
No, I guess the Bowling Green game was the most we done it. And it looked really good at Bullitt Central up there.
This Owensboro team through the air gives up 101.4 yards per game. But, again, they have been stout after a tougher start to the season against some really good competition. Mudd breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He scurries up for a pickup of maybe 2 up to the near side of the field as he was just swarm tackled on the play, led by Shemwell and also Jalen Carr in on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 up to the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 8 for Grayson County from their own 43-yard line.
You know, Ethan stepped out of that first tackle, but then there was 2 more there to hit him.
And then 3 more after those 2.
That's what I said, so.
This Owensboro team very well coached under new head coach Jamarcus Gainaway Sr. 20-31 is overall as a head coach. He previously was the head coach at Ohio County and then across the river at Bosse. Bratcher rolling out. He's being chased and just has to throw it at the feet of Shane Hall as he was being pressured over on that far side by the Owensboro defensive end, Landon Clark. 4th down and 8, John. Are you going for this? They're not.
No, they're not. And I don't think he will right here. I think he's got faith in his defense, and after this possession, he may change his mind on this. But if your defense comes out and plays a little better this possession.
You know what I call, though, right here? I love a good fake punt.
I would, too.
What do you got to lose, John?
He does it.
You're down 7-0, 8:06 remaining here in this first quarter. Let's see what Lane Beasley might be able to do.
Lane had a 30-yard rush on a fake punt the other night.
Are we going to call it a fake punt?
Well, bad snap, fake punt.
4th and 8. It's a low snap, goes right through the legs of
better
Beasley.
do it here.
He's going to pick it up. He's just going to have to run it himself. He does get it away. It's blocked by Owensboro. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll end up being a negative punt, as it was a little bit of a low snap.
It was. We've had trouble snapping the ball all season.
And it is technically going to go down as a negative 13-yard punt. And Owensboro is going to get really good field position again. As Lane Beasley looked up and he had about 3 or 4 players back there to meet him.
Well, he knew he had no chance to pick that one up and run, so he tried to make the best decision possible. But his best decision would just been through it as far as he could throw it for an incomplete pass.
Yeah, but it's tough to think that.
I know, it is. When you got 2 or 3 guys barreling down on you.
That's easy for us to say.
Yeah.
Gainaway on the read option, keeps it himself. He goes to the 25-yard line and is smashed on the play. Ethan Mudd and Tristan Brooks bring him down there on the play. As Tristan Brooks is not somebody you really want to be smashed by, John.
No, you're not. And I think Anthony Linton hit him first, and those 2 come in and finished him off. And, Anthony Linton was questionable this morning when I talked to his mother that he was going to play or not.
It's the playoffs.
I know, that's what she said.
Out of the game. 2nd down and 5 from the 25-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. They're going to send Hampton out wide on the swing pass. He catches it on that far side. He hits the 20-yard line, runs into his own blocker, and he's going to be brought down there because of it. Not really a great run there by Hampton as he ran into his wide receiver on the far side. Gains 7, though, down to the 18-yard line. It is going to be a 1st down.
And there's Camden Cornwell all the way over on the outside to make that tackle.
John, I've learned, when in doubt, if you just say Camden Cornwell made the tackle for Grayson County, about a 50% chance you're right. Man shifts in motion from the high side to the near side. It's a run play for Hampton up the middle. He's bottled up after a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards. Nice little job on the interior of that defense for Grayson County. Tristan Brooks in the vicinity again. And guess who? Camden Cornwell came down to make contact as well on that play.
Yeah, I mean, the kid's everywhere.
Down to the 14-yard line, 2nd down and 6. 4 yards on the run for Hampton.
You talk about an MVP candidate, I think you would almost have to mention Camden Cornwell in that conversation too.
It is a run play, left side, bouncing it out. That's not Hampton. That's instead the running back Green, and he goes into the end zone as he stutters on that far side to the outside the numbers and goes in for 14 yards out. And Owensboro now leads 13-0 pending an extra point.
Red Devils on a carry by number 21, T. Green.
6:29 remaining. Here in this first quarter of play, it is 13-0. Extra point coming from Cooper Ellis. Owensboro's only gone for 2 once this year, and it was Gainaway that completed it. It's rare to see only a team go for it once. Grayson almost blocks that.
I thought they had it.
They came around the edge, but kicking it in the student section, the kick is good. Owensboro now leads 14-0. John, the Cougar offense here, what do they need to do?
Just try to get positive yards and get some first downs, and let's run some clock off here and get a score.
I thought the RPOs looked good.
I thought they did. I thought the quick little slant, you got to get the ball out of your hands quick. You can't roll out. That last play, Jake tried rolling out, and we're not athletic enough to block their athletes right now.
Honestly, I think a mentality you need to have here if you're Grayson County is similar to the Bengals philosophy when they played the Steelers a couple of weeks ago. The Steelers have really good edge players. Bengals, not the greatest offensive line in the world. Blocking that was going to be a challenge, so they just dinked and dunked down the field, quick hitters. And then it also helped for the Bengals, at least that night, when you got a guy like Jamar Chase, who...
Oh, yeah. That always helps, you know it?
Does it?
That always helps. I mean, wouldn't we all like to have a Jamar Chase to throw the ball to?
You can't have him. He's ours.
I was going to say, the Packers would love to have him right now.
I wouldn't even give him for Micah Parsons.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am really glad we got him.
Here comes the kick from Owensboro, and it's bobbled by Cornwell and picked up instead on the far side by Grayson County. Over on the far side, it's a return up to about the 33-yard line. I didn't see who picked it up. It might have been Mudd. And now we got some extracurriculars happening as Caden Tyner and a Owensboro player, I think they're just telling each other they love each other.
Yeah, I didn't see who picked that up either.
Might have been Abersold or Linton. I couldn't quite tell.
It may have been Abersold. Him and Linton were both there, but Linton didn't have the ball when he got up, so yeah.
And then a little bit of, hey, man, I love you. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great day after that. Ball on the 33-yard line for Grayson County, 6:22 remaining in the first quarter. I think this, John, is a time where you go to one of those trick plays.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'd like to see them put both quarterbacks in and do something with a little double pass or something.
Kind of like the Bears did to the Bengals the other day.
Yeah.
Toss play to the far side. Buster is hit in the backfield. Breaking through was the linebacker on the play, Jackson James, for a loss. James was fired out of a cannon and brings down Buster back to the 29-yard line. It's a loss of 4 yards.
I mean, they're just I don't even look like our offensive lineman got a hand on that guy. He got there so quick.
James very quick. He leads the team, not surprisingly, with 7 sacks. And you can see there with that speed, he's not the biggest guy.
No, he's not.
But my goodness, 5'11" is what they have listed on the roster.
I was
and
say
he's
probably
not
a
a very,
$180.
yeah, not a very stocky player. In the gun goes Bratcher. 4-step drop. He's being chased by 4 linemen and just throws it away. It does not. Well, it's a little short to the line of scrimmage. They're going to look for maybe an intentional grounding, and they're going to say the official on the far side said it's a little bit short of the line of scrimmage. I don't know if there was a player in the area, though, and they're going to call it.
They're dropping it. But, boy, they're giving us a generous spot where you come up and drop that flag from.
That was really close to – that. To me, John, that was too close to call intentional grounding as to where that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, because Shane Hall was within 2 or 3 yards of the mark.
And that'll be a penalty back to the 22. It's a 7-yard intentional grounding penalty. 5:31 remaining.
We're just not going to be able to roll. You're going to have to drop 3 steps and get it out of your hands immediately.
And now you're at third down and 19 to go here for Grayson. And this is just not a team that is made to pick up third down and 19s.
No, it's not.
Trips right side, 1 near side. Bratcher being chased. He dumps it off. It's a screen by
Perfect.
Mudd. He catches it at 25, but a really nice tackle by the defensive the linebacker. Guess who? Ty Ashley. And a penalty flag late comes in. Thrown by the back judge. I'll be interested to see what this is.
Me too.
I was looking down at my notes to write down. I didn't see what it is.
I didn't either.
That would be very late for a hold. No, it looks like it's on Grayson County because they're talking to DeMarcus Gainaway. That is a very late hold call.
Wow, that was real late because
I mean, that was thrown after the play. And, I mean, if you're Owensboro, you decline this. Let's see what the call is.
Blocking the back. I thought. Oh.
It's a personal foul called against Grayson County. After the play, so the ball got up to the 27. It was 5 yards on the gain. And then after the play, it'll be a loss of 15. That'll move it back to
12. Should be
back
like
to the 12.
12.
Moving the wrong direction here, John. And now you're at 4th down and a country mile here.
You know, if we got a bad snap, here's a touchdown, Sam, or a safety.
Khalil Shemwell has returned 2 punts for a touchdown this season. Keep an eye on it. He's an electric returner, and I think this is almost one of these.
Coach Jones is not happy about something on that call. And
I didn't see anything.
Didn't see
and again,
I wasn't looking. I was looking down.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Brian Jones is hot. And this is probably one of these where he's saying he's defending his players, even if they did do something. And he just wants an explanation because it was a very late penalty thrown by the back judge here.
It was real late because I was already looking down. It wasn't thrown when I looked down to put the stats in.
And I just saw it out of my peripheral because the back judge is standing right in front of where our vantage point is. Here, Beasley standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. They're bringing the house. He gets it away. It is a sky-high punt. A mile into the air, takes a bounce, and is downed by Linton at the 27-yard line. It is a 15-yard punt for Lane Beasley. And Owensboro will come out now. 5:09 remaining in the first quarter. With the ball placed on the Grayson County 28-yard line. And John Heck, there had been a play looking to my left at all tonight. It's been in front of us all game.
As I say, we haven't had to move much or look around the corner.
It's 1st down and 10. Claps the hands, does gain away. He's looking to pass, looking up the seam,
he's
wide open. Caught, end zone, touchdown, Owensboro. Going into the end zone, just absolutely wide open. Blown coverage on the play and a little slow to get up after it as well. As pulling that in was Kingston Dillard. That is his 14th touchdown.
I mean, he didn't have a defender within 15 yards of him.
.28-yard gain away to Dillard with 5:02 remaining in the first quarter. And here comes the extra point. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. Owensboro leads 21-0 here in this game. John, this is one of these where you got to look at it if you're a team and say, hey, guys.
You've got to play for pride.
There's still a lot of time left in this game, but if we continue this, this is it. Our season's going to end right now.
Yeah, you just got to get it. You know, I'm sure somebody's in somebody's face downtown. Hey, step up. You got to play for pride. These seniors, this is your last hurrah. Give us everything you got.
What do you remember from your last game?
We won.
It's rare that you get that.
You do, but see, we done the Ohio County my junior and senior year. We pulled out of district play, and or my senior year, and we pulled out district play, and so we went to Breckenridge County and won my last game of my senior year.
And not many. You're probably one of the few senior classes that can say that.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that you think, why would you do that? But that was when it was 4 classes. We had just moved up to 4A, and we finished one season with 17 players. We just did not have the numbers to hang in those games.
And that's when you all went in there with like Nelson County, and they were really good.
North Hardin was really good. Nelson County won the state championship my junior year.
Because I remember a couple of years ago, as here comes the kick from Owensboro, when Grayson played Nelson County. High catch caught by Tyner back at the 8-yard line. Tyner is then tripped up. Really nice tackle. I'll tell you, Owensboro's kickoff defense has been fantastic today as Cougars have not been able to get anything, and I think injured on the play for Owensboro. The player that made the tackle is down, a little slow to get up. Grabbing at his, he reached out and stretched to grab that, and I'm wondering if he might have strained something.
Is he holding the shoulder area?
That is Shemwell, who is one of their stud players. He's a gunner pretty much. He was pretty much acting as a gunner, and he did stretch out, and that shoulder's just dangling.
That's what happens on this turf, you stretch out like that, you can sprain an AC joint or dislocate a shoulder if you don't watch it.
Hopefully he's okay.
I hope so. We just haven't played speed like this year, I don't think.
No, because Bowling Green
was fast, but these guys look, I don't know, they just look a lot different.
And the establishing drive was what really helped against Bowling Green in that game. Bratcher has time. He throws over the middle. It's intercepted right into the arms of Ashley, and he'll go in untouched. 5 touchdown. Oh, no, actually turning around and taunting. That's got to be a penalty. How is that not taunting? As turning around and looking, the interception is by Elijah Hampton. I mean, John, that was taunting.
That was taunting.
And in a 27-0 game, as an officiating staff, you can't let that happen. About 25 yards in the return.
Well, I want to tell you, that's where it gets ugly, because you're going to find some Grayson County player that is just ticked off in a situation like that. Don't care if he gets thrown out or not sometime. And that's when things could get ugly.
If anything else, it should have been a dead ball.
Yeah.
But honestly, it happened before the end zone, which is a taunting unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and I don't know that really is going to matter, but it would have put the ball at the 16-yard line. Kick coming. It is through the uprights. Owensboro leads 28-0 with 4 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter, as this is Cougar football on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Welcome back here to Rash Stadium, where it's all Red Devils. They lead 28-0, 4:47 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Sam Gormley, John Decker with you. A couple of scores really quick. We'll bring you after the kickoff. It's caught at the 15-yard line by Tyner. Tyner running backward after getting up to the 25. He ran backward to the 20, so it's only about a 5-yard return for Caden Tyner. A couple of scores really quick. Holy Cross leads Russellville 7-0. Glasgow leads Webster County 20-0. Bowling Green over Graves County 7-0. Franklin Simpson over John Hardin 7-0. Barron and Apollo, not far from where we are right now, tied at 0 at the end of the first quarter. That's one of those games, John, that I would have liked to have watched. If
Which one was it?
Barron and Apollo.
Oh, yes. I heard the guys on the local radio station here talking about that earlier tonight, that they thought that might be one of the best games in the region this tonight.
Obviously, we saw Barron County. Those are two very different teams, too. Barron County going to run and pound it, and Apollo going to let it fly a little bit. Bratcher goes under center, first down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Cougars just need something to go their way. As it's option pitch to the high side, Buster turns upfield, gets about 3 yards on the play. Right now for Grayson County, they have 5 rushes for now -2 yards. Bratcher 4 of 7 for 18. So that's 12 snaps, 16 yards, John.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it tonight. Or any night, but not tonight. You know, another game tonight around the area would have probably been good was probably the Greenwood-Madisonville.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if we don't get a score from that. I haven't seen one yet. I don't know who wins. I think I'd take Madisonville, but
yeah, just because
it's at the Swamp.
It is?
It's at the Swamp.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Second down and 7. Bratcher tries to keep it and is just wrapped down by his horse collar nearly. It wasn't necessarily, I think, had him by more the shoulder pad. But Bratcher was just hit before he even broke out of the snap.
Yeah,
they're going to lose 1 yard back to the 23.
He had no chance to pitch that ball. I mean, he had him around the shirt collar before he could turn.
Actually, they're going to say no gain.
Oh, wow.
3 wide receivers come down to the near side, and a timeout was taken before the play by Brian Jones. 3:12 remaining here in this first quarter. It is 28-0. Brian Jones takes his second timeout. Let's see, John, if I don't find a score from that Greenwood-Madisonville game as I scroll through my fancy schmancy machine over here. As let's see, Union County leads LaRue County 14-0 early in the second quarter. Not far from where we are right now. In fact, we drove right by it. Owensboro Catholic leads Fort Campbell 21-0 early in the second quarter. I mentioned Holy Cross of Louisville leading Russellville 7-0. Greenwood leads Madisonville 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. As I mentioned, it was Barron and Apollo tied at 0. Oh, no, Apollo now leads 7-0 against Barron. And that appears to be most of the scores that I see as I do the scroll through here. Hancock leads Caldwell 7-0. Our score is 28-0. Cougars spreading out 4 wide. Nope, 5 wide.
Yeah, you don't see this very often with Brian
Bratcher
Jones.
all alone. Bratcher to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. He's looking deep for Caden Tyner in double coverage, and it is incomplete. He fell down as he caught it. And when he almost, in the process of falling down, the ball landed to him, but it was thrown into double coverage, and it is incomplete.
I did not know, Sam, be honest with you, that Jake had that kind of arm. That was 50 yards in the air.
He let it happen.
He did. I was glad to see that.
Kind of looking like a Colby Chafin's out there.
It was.
Or should I say a John Decker?
Yeah. The one year I played quarterback, you would never believe it. We ran the veer.
Probably didn't pass much then.
No.
Another sky-high punt by Lane Beasley. Takes a Grayson County bounce this time, and it's going to roll to the 50-yard line in the worst field position of the game for Owensboro.
Let's see, there's a flag on the play.
Where is the flag? It's on the far side. Maybe this is holding on Owensboro. Push it back a little bit.
I don't know. They're going to move the chains, and I don't think the refs may be ready for them to move the chains.
I think I saw him point towards Owensboro.
Okay.
Let's see what the call is. Holding called against Grayson.
Grayson County. Wow.
That's a weird spot to throw a hold. And I'd presume they'll.
Wow.
Oh, they're going to put it at the end of the kick. 2:52 remaining.
First and 10 Red Devils. They'll start at the Grayson County 40-yard line.
Here at the Grayson County 40-yard line.
Wow, it was the first time it almost got to the other side of the field.
Not so fast, my friend. Yeah. First down and 10 from the 40. Trips left side, 1 right side. Gain away, play fake. Setting up a little tunnel screen on the far side. It's caught at the 35-yard line, breaking a tackle, trying to get away from the second.
Oh,
and Ethan Mudd can't get him, and up that far sideline, just continuing to move the legs. A really strong run made on that far side.
He broke 2. I mean, he had 2 solid hits, and then I think McAllister.
That was Aiden Fountain. As it's a gain of 12. Down to the 28. Trips right side, 1 near side, 1 far side. Gain away to pass. The left-handed quarterback throws. It is caught. There is a penalty flag that comes out. And going into the end zone right now, curling it around is Bryant, but this one might be coming back.
I would think so, where the penalty
it
is.
Might be an ineligible receiver downfield. We'll see. No, point towards
They're
Grayson.
pointing towards us. What could we have done?
That thrown by the side judge 5 seconds into the play. Well, they're
Yeah.
bringing it back.
Okay. Because he pointed towards Grayson County, though. Ineligible rush.
It is an ineligible receiver downfield. I like the Owensboro fans.
I know, booing up 28.
He doesn't know is what they say. Just, I didn't necessarily see it happen, but usually you see when that official thrown about 3 seconds into the play from the side judge, it's probably ineligible downfield.
I figured it was either that or a receiver didn't line up on the line.
Yeah, because it was too late for an offside or something. Now we have a whistle blown, and what are we talking about here? DeMarcus Ganaway was asking for an explanation. They move it back 5 yards, which is exactly correct. It was at the 28. Now it's at the 33. Are they moving the hash mark? Moving it to the far hash mark. Okay. I'm glad we're doing this, John. I'm glad we're stopping the play to do this.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm up 28-0. I'm worried about which hash mark.
Trips right side, 1 left side. First down and 15 for Owensboro from the Grayson 33-yard line. Ganaway, 3-step drop. He steps up. He'll run it himself, and he's got space up that far side. That should be an illegal block in the back. They don't call it up that far side. Is shoved to the back on the play, and looking for the penalty was Evan Hasty. He was shoved to the back, John. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't. I was watching the tackle on the sideline over there.
And it's a gain to the 22-yard line, 11-yard gain. 2:14 remaining here in the first quarter. If Owensboro scores here, we'll be in a running clock for the remainder of this game. Run up the middle for Hampton, and he is in the end zone.
No,
he's not.
That may be
there
coming
is a touchdown as there is a holding going to be probably called on Owensboro on the play.
Yep.
Flag down on the play.
Holding going to be whistled on J.W. Muster. Not sure if he was the one doing a little jig. I don't know if you saw it running down the field.
Yeah.
I do like that the officials have mics on here.
I do. I like that. I wish that was at every game.
You can get on that.
Yeah. After we get the turf field made.
Indoor facility, right?
Yeah.
Trips right side. Ganaway to pass, steps up, throws right at across the line of scrimmage. It's very close. I think he was behind it, though, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Owensboro. As it is called by Braden Burke, pulls it in. And pending this extra point, we will be in a running clock here with 1:59 remaining in the first quarter. Bit of a high snap, but it's put down by Ganaway, and it is good. Owensboro leads 35-0. And we will have a running clock for the remainder of this football game here with 1:59, John, and that means that we will be headed in a little early tonight.
Yes. You get in this running clock situation, these games go by pretty fast.
Because the Cougars had not been running clocked until about 2 minutes left in that Bowling Green game. It was about 2 minutes until we got to that point.
That was the only time this season, yeah. And it was pretty much over before that ever happened.
But I think if you would have told Brian Jones, hey, 2 minutes left in the game against Bowling Green to get your running clock, you'd probably take that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And like I said, it was a lot closer game than that, but this here is maybe the best executing offense I've seen this year. And it's definitely the best defense we played this year, Sam.
Yeah. You have the interception for Grayson. You had a negative punt and so on, but
a fumble.
You did have a fumble, yep.
So that's, yeah.
So 2 turnovers. And right now the Cougars have 16 yards of total offense, and Owensboro has 35 points. Kick coming. They're going to give Tyner another chance as he catches it at the 12. Tyner goes up far sideline to the 25. And he breaks through up that far side. Nice little return for Caden Tyner. Up across the 40-yard line, and a very late penalty flag comes in.
That's something that's going to be after the play's over.
And let's just hope that it is on Owensboro.
Well, that's a 31-yard gain by Tyner. That was nice.
Right now plays the 43, and this is the last thing you want is this ball to be moving back because of a penalty. Let's see what the call is.
I like that we're going to be able to hear it.
It's going to be on Owensboro, it looks like. That is called on Shemwell, which is a good sign because Shemwell was the player who left for the shoulder earlier.
Yeah, so glad that he's back out there.
But, hey, John, we're going to be snapping the ball on this side of the field for the next 1 minute and 16 seconds.
That's right.
First and 10 at the Red Devil 42.
So the Owensboro 42-yard line, 35-0.
You know, as a coach, you want to see, hey, let's go down and score right here.
What do you got to lose? There's going to be a false start called on Grayson County.
Yeah.
That was the left guard.
I think it was
Maddox
Anderson, yeah. You know, I've been in his situation before, Sam. You're just trying to – they're a little faster than you. You're trying to anticipate that snap count and get every head start you can.
Because you played guard, right?
I did. I played guard just like that. And I say you're wanting to get that little head start, especially if it's your assignment to pull or something maybe in this play.
And they're playing a heads-up nose, too.
Yeah.
And that's tough, difficult.
That makes it real difficult, yeah.
Especially one as talented as the one Owensboro has. First and 15 now. Option. Bratcher just takes it himself up the middle. He'll dive up to the, well, he can give him the 45. I thought he got to the 44. I'm not sure it really is going to matter that much. It's a gain of 2 yards, 45 seconds. Grayson County will need to snap it one more time in this quarter.
Second down and 13 to go.
There is about 10-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. Second down and 13. Bratcher, nope, he gives it to Mudd up the middle. He dives across the original line of scrimmage to the 42-yard line, and that is the end of the first quarter of play. Owensboro leads 35-0, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teachers! Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation!
Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
Back here to Rash Stadium. I love the conversation said. I'm not going to bring it up on air, though. It's just they love me. And I mean, the world, and you know, they when they see me coming, they're just like, "Yes, we love you."
Earlier, and we passed there, and one of the guys said, "Hey, there's Sam Gormley's favorite place, the world famous sports center."
The world famous Owensboro Sports Center. Grayson County trails 35-0 as we start the second quarter of play. They'll have it now, switching from left to right, third down and yard line. Immediately put away. That might be a grounding, though, John. And Bratcher is very slow to get up. They probably should have just called the play dead, and I think, well, I think they
are.
It doesn't. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter either way. It's a loss of 4 yards. They do call it a sack, and I mean, you got to go for this.
Yeah, they're going to give him a loss of 5. Yeah, you got to go for it, but I hope Jake's all right.
Is he?
Yeah, he's bringing Lane out. I mean, you're down
4th and 15. I probably would have gone for it.
I would have too here. That's best field position we've had all night. I would have. And hey, right here might be that opportunity for that fake punt because you're in the best position you've had.
What do you got to lose?
You're
playing the number 2 team in Class 5A.
No, you're not.
Delay game called here.
I don't know if.
Tell you what, this official's kind of doing the X-Men thing on the delay game too.
I noticed that. I don't know if they don't teach you in officiating school or what.
I got to ask I know some officials. I got to ask them. I was about to call them officiators. It's not what we call them. High snap goes right through Lane Beasley's hands. He'll go back to the 22. He'll just fall on it back at the 18-yard line, and that is a massive loss. Loss of about
30 yards.
Let's see where they'll place it. The 19 is where they'll place it. It's a loss of 29 yards.
After the match, the Red Devils will have the 1st and 10 at the Grayson County 19-yard line.
And Owensboro will get to excellent field position here. I'll be interested here to see how long Ganaway stays in at quarterback.
Like I say, you'd hate to see a kid with a bright future like this take a bad hit or something. I know what I'm doing if I'm the head coach. I'm bringing all my number 2s in here shortly.
Honestly, I have the running clock. I'd say, boys, we'll see you against Greenwood or Madisonville next week.
Yeah, I'd say change into your street clothes at halftime.
You saw Grayson County do that when they played Iroquois last year, kind of a similar talent difference. Ganaway's going to pass as they throw near side. It's caught at the 5-yard line, back upfield inside the 10, down to about the 5-yard line is Dillard. And it gets down to the 4. That's a gain of 15.
Anthony Linton and Camden Corwell in on the tackle there.
And it'll be 1st down and goal for Owensboro with 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the first half. Hampton switches to the right side of Ganaway. Ganaway to pass again. He throws incomplete as the intended receiver fell down on the break. I don't think he was going to be able to catch it anyways. It was well out of his reach. Ganaway to pass, looks over the middle, receiver open, little thrown behind him, and it is incomplete. As it was looking for Dillard, and that's one that Ganaway will want back. Oh, it's an illegal formation called against Owensboro.
Oh, wide.
And that'll move it back 5 yards, back to the 9. Second down and goal here from the 9-yard line. Owensboro leads 35-0. Tell you, John, this press box is nice, but we can't really see what it's down on this side.
Corner. I
got to climb out the window here.
I tried to move every way to see it.
I'm sure that's what it's like on the other side. I remember this from the past. It's just the stands over here are not very tall, so because of that, and they need to not build banisters and press boxes. Or columns or whatever it is. As there's a run play for Hampton. He goes right side. He gets outside. He goes and stretches it out more, and he's in the end zone. Evan Hampton from 9 yards out. And Owensboro now leads this game 41-0. Another extra point coming. Good snap, good hold. Line drive kick is through the uprights. Owensboro leads 42-0 after the 9-yard touchdown run by Evan Hampton. And John, we invite you to stay tuned at halftime of today's game. I was delighted to get the opportunity to speak with one of Grayson County's best basketball players to ever come through, and the head coach of the Midway University women's basketball team. Kylie Gorby is going to join us at halftime, and we're going to talk with her. And the best part about her and the Midway School is, if you're an Owensboro fan watching our broadcast today, there's 2 Lady Devils playing for her. Helena John and Alerica Hughes are both suited up for them. Maybe if you're just a fan of the area teams, you got 2 Owensboro Catholic players on that squad. You've got a Butler County player and 2 from Meade County. As I asked Kylie, and you'll hear her answer, I said, you got 7 third-region players on your team. I said, is that you being a third-regioner, in your heart? She gives a good answer to that.
I know the girl from Butler County originally committed to Spalding when she was coach there, and then she went to Midway with her.
Jenna Phelps. She's a really talented player.
Really talented player.
As I told Kylie in the interview, you'll hear it. I said Jenna was an example of one of those that I think Grayson County fans gave her a standing ovation at senior night because they're like, yep, go away.
Glad we don't get to play you anymore. Yeah.
Which I think is the best. And now Owensboro kicks it down the sideline, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah. And I'm not sure he didn't get that before it went out.
As I don't know if that was an onside kick attempt for
I don't know
Owensboro,
either,
as it was a little pooch kick.
It's a little pooch kick.
If it's an onside kick, then they should be embarrassed.
Yeah,
it's 5:07 left in the first half,
that's really
and you're
poor
up 42.
Sportsmanship.
And honestly, you should just kick it as far as you can.
You should.
I'm a firm believer that those things come back to bite you.
Yeah, they do. Somebody, you don't watch somebody do this to you.
I mean, listen, because Owensboro, next week they got to play a Greenville or Greenville or a Madisonwood team.
Yeah.
Greenwood or Madisonville team,
and both of those are pretty decent teams.
And Owensboro handled Madisonville.
Just
easily.
a week or so ago, yeah.
But Greenwood, we saw them up front. It's a talented, hard-nosed football team. Option pitch, high side. Buster gets it at the 40, and he's spun down up at about the 43-yard line. Nice little run by Jamycen Buster. Gain of about 8.
Yeah, that was probably the best
option we've seen today. 4 minutes remaining here in this first half. Owensboro leads 42-0.
Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
As for Buster, that was the longest rush of the game for Grayson. In fact, that was the longest play of the game for Grayson County.
It was.
Owensboro showing pressure on 2nd down and 2, and we're going to have a false start called on Evan Hasty on the left side of that line.
And, there's probably a guy just out of position, not used to playing that position. And I know Coach Jones is not going to be happy with the amount of penalties we've had tonight.
As right now you have it, John, for 6 penalties for 44 yards.
Yeah.
Owensboro on the other side has 6 penalties for 45 yards.
Yeah, they've committed several too.
And those are things that, when you get up into these playoffs go along, there's a run play for Buster. He's hit, he spins out of 1 tackle, gets it back to about the 42 is what the far side judge, and a late penalty flag comes in. I'm wondering if this might be a face mask. We'll see what the call is coming from our official. And it is going to be on Owensboro, it looks like.
Yeah, I think so.
Face mask called against Owensboro. I think it's called on Ashley because he's either that or he is letting someone have it.
Yeah, he's not very happy back there in the Owensboro huddle right now.
Ashley has multiple D1 offers. And that's going to give Grayson County now the ball at the 43-yard line with 2:06 left in the game. As they let an extra about 40 seconds come off, then technically when there's a penalty, I believe the clock should stop.
Probably.
1st down and 10.
Is that Hall over?
Yeah. Hall down to the near side. Tyner to the left side. Couple of wingbacks on the side of Bratcher as pass blockers. Bratcher steps up. He's going to float it deep, looking for Tyner, and it is intercepted but out of bounds.
I think he's out of bounds.
And it is. That is the call.
And Tyner's hurt.
Trainer Scott Ballman on to check with Caden Tyner, who is injured after the play. Good to see Scott back out there. And they are going to stop the clock right now with 1:23 remaining. It's good to see Scott back here as he missed last week's game. He's had surgery. He's got the bionic arm.
Yeah. Glad to see him back tonight.
He's working with one hand on Caden Tyner, who is the injured Cougar over on that far side.
I think he's got I'm not sure if that's Dr. Miller out there with him tonight or not.
He is another representative from Owensboro Health as well, and I'm not entirely sure if Dr. Miller might be a third representative as well.
Yeah.
Usually he does make the trip. Give Isaac a shout out too. A former Cougar athlete.
Yeah.
I believe a basketball player, right?
Yeah. He was on one.
Was he
the
on
2008?
Oh, was he on which?
01 or 8? He was probably on the 8 team.
Okay. The 09 team.
Or 09, yeah.
With Travis Johnston and.
Yeah.
Well, if Travis Johnston's watching now, he'll send me a text message real quick and say, "Oh yeah, he was or was not."
Tuesday
on that team.
Monday night, I walk into my seat there in the Center and hear my name hollered, and it was Dr. Miller and his son up there watching the game. They were sitting about 5 seats below us.
Well, see, what's funny is I was on Tuesday at the better arena in the state at Rupp Arena.
Wait, the arena now? Hold on there now, Sam.
Well, at least Kentucky fans put fans in the seats.
Well, that might be true, but that's a pretty bad arena to go to.
Have you been to it recently?
I haven't been in 5 or 6 years.
It's gotten a lot better.
I remember sitting in bleachers, and I'm like, you don't go to
it's gotten a lot. There's only bleachers up the sides now, so in the end zones. But as Tyner is walking off on his own power being looked at. But walking by was the head coach of now the North Bullitt basketball team, boys, but he used to be the Bullitt Central girls. And what's funny is we were at a game 2 years ago or so, and he sat in front of us, and Grayson had played them like 2 weeks prior, and he's like, "Hey!" So we had talked about that, and he wasn't too thrilled with the officiating that night. I remember we had a conversation about it or something, and I walked by him, and we kind of waved and smiled and said, "Hey, how are you?" Small world.
Yeah.
Out of the timeout, Ethan Mudd stretches it out to the far side, driven backward, maybe a gain of 1. And Grayson does have the one timeout should they want to use it. 42-yard line is where this ball is going to go. 1:05 remaining here in this.
Oh, this is going.
And there is a penalty flag that comes out very late.
Yeah, there's going to be some.
And this has to be on Owensboro, I would assume, from the reaction from the Grayson County sideline. I don't know why the clock is still running. I believe they should have stopped it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the clock's running either on penalty.
Because they're discussing this, so they're just wasting time. Let's see what the call is. It's called on Elijah Hampton for Owensboro, and it's going to move the ball down to the 27. Grayson's now with 40 seconds left here in the half.
They ran probably 20 seconds off the clock there, Sam.
Now they're going to wave the clock. I don't know why Grayson County's not in. I mean, listen, you got to at least try something.
You got to try to score.
You got a timeout, 2 to work with. You got 25 seconds. Maybe this is just where you throw it twice into the end zone and see what you can't do. What do you got to lose? First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Play fake, setting up over the far side. Evan Hasty pulls it in and is blown up. Brian Jones, I think, is wanting to take a timeout, and he will. Hasty pulls it in, though. What a catch by Evan Hasty. Down to the 21-yard line, gain of 6.
But that's one of them your quarterback definitely isn't your friend throwing you one of those passes like that.
That's what you call a hospital ball.
Yes, it is.
7 seconds remaining now in the first half.
You know, I'm
got to throw into the end zone.
You do. You know, I saw him hurried it up and got 2 or 3 throws to the end zone there.
Bratcher right now 4 of 8 passing, or actually I think you haven't put in that last one, so we'll put him to 5 of 9.
I'm looking for Hasty's name.
I
had to add it.
Second down and 4 to go for Grayson County.
Bowling Green leads 21-0 at the half against Graves County. Webster County trails Glasgow 42-0, and a score to bring you to. If you are one of those people that maybe records the UK game because you're watching the Grayson County game,
don't listen.
Just don't listen for 10 seconds. John, I know you have been dying to know that Kentucky beat Valparaiso 107-59 tonight.
Well, that's a little better than the performance the other night. I turned it on and it was
half
like
was better. How about that dunk though?
Oh, I didn't see it. I just saw it. It was 28-15 at halftime.
Yeah, it was not pretty. They're going to attempt a field goal here.
Well, what is this? This is
37
yards for Evan Hasty.
It is a 37-yard field goal for Evan Hasty. High snap goes right through the wickets, and now you got to fall on this if you're Grayson County. Hasty doesn't get it, and it's picked up. No, it is fallen on back by Grayson County. Who ended up falling on it?
Jake Bratcher.
It was, yes, Jake Bratcher falls on it back at the 47-yard line, and that is the final play of the first half. Grayson County trails 42-0. We'll come back. Halftime show comes up next. This is Cougar football on the Moose.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
Cougars trail at the half, 42-0. More in the halftime show comes up next. This is Cougar football on the Moose.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Sophia A., absent, because transportation was absent.
Maria J., absent, because child care for siblings was absent.
Julio M., absent, because housing was absent.
Cole W.
Darren L.
Olivia H.
Absent.
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 When communities and schools is present, 99% of our students are present and ready to learn.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
Trail here at the half, 42-0 against Owensboro. John, really quick, in about 15 seconds. We're not even going to cut to our camera because it's all messed up. Our heads are cut off. What do you think Brian Jones' message is?
I just think he's got to say come out and play with heart. A lot of you, it's your last game. Give it everything you got, and we'll see what happens.
Coming up next, we'll have our Cougar conversation where we will talk to Kylie Gorby, former Grayson County basketball player and current head coach of Midway University women's basketball. So that comes up next. This is Cougar football on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Welcome back to the halftime show here on K105. It's time for another edition of our Cougar Conversations. And today we have a very special guest with us. Joining us from Central Kentucky is the head coach of Midway University women's basketball, Kylie Gorby-Stewart. Kylie, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to be back with the Grayson County show.
Yeah, see you got to come back. And before we were going to talk about your coaching career, but we got to reminisce on some of the good old days of playing for some Grayson County basketball. You had a great career here. Won a district every single time you stepped on the floor as a Grayson County Lady Cougar. 2-time region runner-up. I know that probably gets to sting just a little bit, but do you have a favorite memory from when you were playing basketball?
Oh man, I don't know if I can pick like a specific. I can think of like little moments that I enjoyed. I think just being a part of a team and competing. The older I've got, I'm just like, man, I love competing. I love competition. I can think back to playing in the Republic Bank Christmas tournament in Lexington. We were playing Owensboro Catholic. Becca Greenwell, phenomenal player, went on to play at Duke. Had a lot of injuries, and if not that, would have had, I think, a fabulous WNBA career. But she had, Tennessee there, UK, everybody's there watching her. And that was the one time that year that we did get the best of Owensboro Catholic. This was my junior year. And they ended up beating us in the regional championship. I guess if you're going to go out, you want to go out to a player of Becca Greenwell's caliber. But that's a game that stands out to me. There's so many little moments I can think of, but I think just going out every night and competing and playing with my best friends, that's the joy of it.
You made the move to Asbury to play some college basketball. Why was Asbury the choice for you at the time?
Kind of by default. That's kind of how things played out. I had an interesting, at the time recruiting was different. Nobody's posting their highlights to Twitter. You're making your CDs and mailing them out. And we were different. I remember like Coach Johnson at the time, he didn't want to post our stats to KHSAA scoreboard.
No, don't. That's going to tick off the radio guy here. Oh my.
yeah, because he didn't want like people scout. Everybody knew who on our team could play. It's a small town, small state. But we, I had conversations with, I was high academic. I was a Governor Scholar. So I had conversations with some D3 schools. I had a couple like preferred walk-on situations at D1 school. A couple D1 schools. I had talked to a couple of D2s, NAIs, but Coach Fleener, who was the head coach at Asbury, he left after my sophomore year to coach his son at Murray High School because he wanted to go to Rupp Arena, and they did do that. But Bart Fleener, he recruited me, and I just felt like I wanted to go where I was, wanted. I felt like he had a lot of belief in me, and the opportunity to do things there that had never been done before really appealed to me. They'd never won a conference championship. They just came off their first 20-win season. And in my 4 years there, I was blessed to be a part of a team that was in a conference championship game 4 years. And we won it my junior, senior year, went to nationals. And just getting to be the part of the first of something was exciting to me.
When I look at your Midway roster, I got to ask, were you trying to create a third region all-star team? Because you've got 7 players on your roster from third region schools. You got a couple from Owensboro, a couple from Owensboro Catholic, a couple from Meade County, and even one from the 12th district, Jenna Phelps from Butler County.
Yes.
I know Jenna was one of those players and I feel like it's the best compliment another school can give is I think Grayson County gave her a standing ovation at senior night because they were like, yep, go on. We're done with you because she was a fantastic basketball player. But was the third region connection something you wanted or did it just happen that way?
To some degree, it just kind of happened that way. But I think in state, everybody looks at the 6th and 7th region. Okay, everybody looks at the big cities. I always kind of felt like the third region went under the radar. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to kind of try to make my, bread and butter there. Had a lot of connections there. I've been really blessed. We've got, like you said, 2 girls from Owensboro. Alyrika Hughes, who's a sophomore for us. She was first team all conference as a freshman. Arguably had a better freshman year of college than she did senior year of high school. has been now just got Defensive Player of the Week and the Olympic athlete who coach Helena John. We just kind of got back from a little injury, but talk about just like my Owensboro Catholic girls right now. I mean, just talk to your kid, talk to your athlete, talk to your basketball player. Unfortunately, tore her ACL right before the season. But you know what? 3 years to go. 3-point
she can shoot.
Oh yeah, can shoot the lights out. We're battling injury, but we'll be back. It's just gonna take us a little bit. And then we have 2 girls from Meade County, Paige Medley, also can shoot the lights out of it. Annabelle Babb, just defensive specialist. Jenna Phelps, who I think has a super high ceiling. And like you said, I mean, she was, I don't know all the Butler County history, but in my opinion, one of the best players to come out of Butler County that I can remember in my kind of decade of being around the 12th district. But yeah, it's just been a region. It's been good to me. The western part of the state really has been pretty good to me. We have a lot of players from beyond that. I say we have a girl from Todd County Central. So I kind of like to find people, what I call the under the radar, diamonds in the rough. I mean, we've gotten a couple what I call absolute steals. And I think some of it's just depending on where you're at, the reality is there's more or less exposure. Like, I appreciate so much what you do. I would have loved to have had that when I was playing. Because I think the more, like we talked about this, live streaming games, like it's so easy for me to be here in Midway or in my home in Versailles and to be able to tune into a game and watch a kid and evaluate a little bit. And that's just a resource that is super beneficial when you start talking about just smaller, rural areas where you don't have 600, people just snapping photos and posting to the internet. So I think that's a huge benefit.
You have a new daughter, 8-month-old,
Yes.
right? Sunshine.
Yes.
How has she
Yes.
made you a better coach?
Oh yeah. Listen, being a parent has just like radically changed my life for the better. It's like being a mom. It's, it's interesting because it makes me think from everything from a new perspective. Obviously my job is to win basketball games. And so I'm always thinking about, who helps us win basketball game at the end of the day. But like, I think about things from a completely different perspective. It's like, man, I wish I could play everybody. I think about parents watching their kid and wanting to see their kid succeed. And I know or seeing your kid struggle and just that hurt and pain that, because you want the best for your kids. But I know I also remind myself of like my toughest moments, times I struggled and battled. Like that's what built my resilience and that's led me down certain paths. And it's also just shifted my perspective. I love basketball, but basketball is not the end all be all. Basketball is a tool. Basketball is a passion of mine, but it's not my identity. Coaching is something that I do. It's not who I am. At the end of the day, like I want people to look at me, and I don't always get this perfect because I'm a human being, but to see a reflection of Jesus, to see a good wife, to see a good mother. And I consider Sunshine is going to be my greatest earthly work. And it's just shifted everything. And she is literally, when I look at her, she is the evidence of God's goodness and faithfulness in my life. I can think when I was younger and I'm like, I'll graduate high school. What some people say high school is the best time of your life. And then you get through college. I'm like, oh man. And I loved college. Oh, it's the best time of my life. And then I'm big on the best is still ahead. And I feel like I'm literally living in the best moments of my life. And I think I'll be saying that for the rest of my life, but it only gets better.
Appreciate you taking the time here for this. Good luck this year. Hopefully those third region girls and the rest of them bring you a lot of success, and maybe you can cut down some nets.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, and good luck to the Grayson County Cougars as well.
Yeah, basketball's coming here really soon. That is Kylie Gorby, and on this week's edition of Cougar Conversations, we're going to take a break and have more in the halftime show coming up after this.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Here to Rash Stadium, where Grayson County trails 42-0 at the half. I want to thank Kylie Gorby for taking the time there to talk with us there, John. Very interesting conversation. This is one you definitely want to watch the full version of, too. Make sure you do it. It's a long one, about 25 minutes. Okay. But you'll be able to see that on our YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon, and Kylie's doing really good things up at Midway, and I'm really excited for her.
I am, too. You know, we followed her a little more when she was at Spalding because we knew some of the assistant coaches that were there before she got there, and but I haven't followed her much since she's been at Midway.
And she said, too, she says in there that to Grayson County people only. If you want to come to a game, she tells you how, you can maybe get some tickets through her. Grayson trails 42-0. We'll come back. Second half's next here on 103.9 The Moose.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Dear Coach. Dear Coach.
Dear Coach, they don't teach you that inner strength is the most important kind of strong. But you taught me that.
They don't teach you how to build confidence in yourself or how to deal with all the pressures all at once. But you taught me that.
First tee was more than golf. It's where I discovered what I'm capable of.
You didn't just prepare me for 18 holes. You were preparing me for every day of my life. Learn more at firsttee.org.
I crave adventures that spark joy and create memories. Sailing the seas with Royal Caribbean or exploring the magic of Disney parks. And with your global getaway, my dreams are expertly crafted. From all-inclusive Caribbean resorts to tailor-made itineraries, Mark turns wanderlust into reality. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary?
Your Global Getaway. Expertise in unforgettable vacations. Call Mark at 270-296-0106 or visit yourglobalgetaway.com. Start living your travel dreams today.
Yes, start living your travel dreams today.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help.
Welcome back to Rash Stadium. I'll tell you what, John, we were, when I looked at about Wednesday, I was real worried about the weather here tonight, but it has turned out to be about as perfect as you could get for November the 7th. 57 degrees, very light wind, and honestly, for people that have come to the game today, it's real comfortable outside.
It is. You know, I was walking through the stands before I came up to the press box, and, you know, I saw a lot of T-shirts.
Well, when I got in here, it was a little warm in this press box. I had to go down to my T-shirt. Grayson County trails 42-0 as we start the second half of play. They will kick off from left to right. Evan Hasty has it teed up, but Lane Beasley is out there as well. Owensboro appears to be expecting an onside kick of some sort.
Yeah, because I see 52 flashing. Watch 22.
Evan Hasty has the right hand in the air, and he will boot it away. Spinning kick to the far side, backpedaling and catching at his own 12-yard line for Owensboro. Turning upfield to the 20, up to the 25, and getting near the 30-yard line on the return. Very shifty returner, and let's see what Owensboro does, and they're going to go back and they're going to keep DeMarcus Ganaway Jr. in the game at quarterback, John.
Man, I don't understand that, Sam. That's just
You're up 42-0.
Uh-oh, we got
another late penalty flag comes out.
And I think that's one of our new players for tonight, Sam, that was in the middle of that. I hope he didn't get flagged. He made the tackle.
We'll see what this is here as Brenton Robinson was in the vicinity of the tackle. Let's see what this penalty is. It's been very chippy out there. It's called on Matthew McAllister and also called on Omarion Green for Owensboro. So that'll offset, and the ball will go to the 29-yard line. This is almost one of these scenarios, John, where I think you pull the team captains from both teams together and you say, boys, that's it. Done. I've had enough of this.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because somebody's going to get hurt, thrown out, and, Owensboro's got a game to play next week. You got to be smart.
And a 2-game suspension is not going to do it, as that's a pass play over to the far side. Turning back and getting to the 40-yard line and being brought down at the 45. Helmet comes off. It's a Grayson County helmet, though, as it's given to Hampton over the far side. John, why are you passing up 42-0 in the second half?
I don't know, and I think Jake Bratcher's going to have to come out of the game there. Or no, is that Eli Johnston?
Eli Johnston, yeah. 10:25 remaining here in the third quarter. DeMarcus Ganaway Jr. again remaining into the game at quarterback. This time they're going to run it up the middle to Hampton. Hampton breaks through. He's to the 45, up to the far sideline, 30, and he's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown to Owensboro. A 55-yard run by Hampton, and Owensboro leads 48-0.
Touchdown carry by number 22, Evan Hampton.
And now I think if you're Ganaway, you got to look at those guys and say, okay, boys, we'll see you next week.
If you don't, you're not doing a very good job coaching. I mean, you got to be coaching for a championship at this point.
Because this is a team that could do it.
Yeah, I mean.
They've got good talent.
You're ranked second in the state for a reason.
In the RPI, yeah. And, in the poll, that I vote in, obviously I'm not saying that that's the one that matters the most, is here comes the kick. It is, I think he missed it. No, just got it in. Owensboro leads 49-0 here in the third quarter. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
In small towns, we share everything. Our joys, our struggles, our celebrations. Today, Grayson County shares something special. The hospital where we were born, where we bring our families, where our neighbors care for us, is one of America's top 100 rural hospitals. This is our achievement. This is our hospital. This is home. Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center. Top 100 care, hometown heart.
Leads here in this game. 49-0 with 8:17 remaining in the ball game. Owensboro will kick this away. Brian Jones has done an outstanding job. He's in year number 6 at the helm of this program, John. 36-27. Won playoff games back-to-back years. That doesn't happen
Not
here.
at Grayson County. It does.
And he's done an outstanding job as this the face of this program, too, as there's a return for Grayson County. Busting through is Buster. Penalty flag comes in back at the 20-yard line. And again, that's the starting defense coming out for Owensboro here, as Ty Ashley
May I have your attention? No
holding.
artificial noisemakers are allowed in the game, so please do not use any artificial
holding called against Grayson County on the return. And we'll see where this will move the ball back to, as it was thrown at the 20. See where they'll end up moving as the return got up to the 22, so it might move it back to the 12.
They're going to take it back all the way to the 10, Sam.
Yeah, so it would be thrown at the 20, so we'll go back to the 10-yard line for Grayson County. The offense trots out. They have negative 24 yards of offense technically, but a lot of that goes on bad snaps on punts. Yeah, probably rushed for maybe about 10 yards.
Yeah.
Bratcher goes under center for Grayson County. And Owensboro still has their starting defense as it's a run play up the middle. That was given to Ethan Mudd. No gain on the play up to the 10-yard line. But Brian Jones has done just an outstanding job, John. 36-28 now after this loss here at the helm of this Grayson County program. And you were mentioning to me in the break, saying on just how much the culture and I think the attitude around this program has changed. Is Brian, one of the things that he does a really good job at understanding is that as a football coach, you're one of the leaders of the school, and you are a face for this school. And when you come on like post game and so on and talk, that people listen and they want to hear good things. And I think he does an outstanding job with us.
Oh, I do too.
Abersold moves in motion. Bratcher rolling out far side. He's being chased from the blind side. We'll pass off into the flat. It's caught for a pickup of about 6 yards over on the far side. That's given to Shane Hall. Shane Hall's had himself a nice game today. For Hall, that is now going to be his third catch.
Yeah,
third catch. Or second catch.
Second catch. Yeah, second catch.
It was more than that.
No, he's been through that 5 times, but that was only the second catch. One of them was intercepted. But you getting back to Coach Jones, the culture changing. If you listen to him in our post games, a lot of time he'll talk about growing young men, teaching them to be young men, husbands, fathers, and
because that's more important than winning football games. And listen, you as Bratcher rolls out near side here, pump fakes, throws, caught by Shane Hall drops it. And at the 21-yard line, ball's at the 16. As it hit him in the hands, it would have been enough to move the chains for a first down, and Cougars will be forced to punt. But, if you ask Brian Jones, he wants to win football games more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And he's won a lot of them here at Grayson County High School. But it is about building young men that, John, you have a daughter who's in 6th grade. He wants, Brian Jones obviously has 3 daughters. He wants to build the men that when they come home and your daughter brings home a young man, that if it's a football player, you want that man to be, okay, I trust this person with my daughter.
Yeah, exactly. And I've actually heard him mention that about his own
snap
daughters.
Bounces, Beasley bobbles it, falls down on it, and another bad snap for Grayson County. But Owensboro is going to get the ball at the 5-yard line, and again, Ganaway is he staying at quarterback?
Yes, he's coming out right now.
John, that's embarrassing.
It is.
Like, honestly, Owensboro should be embarrassed with themselves. And these are the things that come back to bite you.
It does, I said it, like I said at halftime,
You've done enough. You're up in this game 49-0. You have the ball at the 5-yard line, too. What is another touchdown going to do?
This is, I don't want to seem like a bad sport, but this is a daddy wanting to pat his son's stats is the bad part.
First down and goal from the 5 for Owensboro. They do have Green in at tailback and not Hampton. Flaps the hands. Ganaway to pass. Little tunnel screen, throwing, diving towards the goal line, and touchdown, Owensboro.
Can't see who got it.
Touchdown, Red Devils by number 12, Bryant.
It is called in by Jayleon Bryant. Number 12 pulls in the touchdown. And another extra point coming for Ganaway now. That is his 4th passing touchdown of the game, 8 of 10 for 121. The extra point is good. 56-0, Owensboro leads, 3 minutes left in the third quarter as this is Cougar football on the Moose.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info. Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know.
0 Owensboro leads Grayson County in this game. Back to return this for the Cougars includes Jet Hawkins.
I was wondering if he's going to get in a game.
Jet going to get his opportunity. Wearing number 21 tonight, and they're going to give him a chance. Hawkins will take this back at his own 13-yard line. Hawkins comes to the near side to the 25, breaks through to the 30. He's back up that far side, has to break one tackle and can't. Gets it up to the 37-yard line. If he'd have broken that, John, and another very late penalty flag comes out. And I think this is going to go on Owensboro.
Let's hope so.
I think it's going to be called on Cameron Payton. As it's right now to the 37. About a 25-yard return for Jet Hawkins. Let's see what this is. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Called against.
5-yard penalty.
I didn't say 5. There's no such thing as a 5-yard There's such thing as a 5-yard unsportsmanlike. Interesting.
Since when? How many yards was that?
About 25 on the return.
That's what I had. Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
That's what I had, but I wasn't making sure.
Great minds think alike, we'll say. 40 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Owensboro leads this game 56-0 against Grayson County. DeMarcus Ganaway in the ear of the official. Now we have a whistle blown on the far side. And the clock continues to run. This should be where you stop the clock.
And the coaches may have agreed to keep it running. I think they do give you that option.
And Grayson County will not need to snap it again on this play if they don't want to. And they will not. The end of the third quarter, Owensboro leads 56-0. This is Cougar football on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. This is your t-shirt. Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation!
Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
The fourth quarter, we saw Breck County lost tonight on the road at Spencer County. That was the third region score I saw. Owensboro Catholic all over Fort Campbell. That's a third region score I saw. First down and 10. Grayson will have it from right to left now from their own 42-yard line. And DeMarcus Ganaway is having a long conversation with the official. And
what is he
I'm not entirely sure.
complain about?
Brother, you're up 56-0 as we start the fourth quarter of play, man. Come on.
Exactly.
What do you got to be upset about? If anything else, just let it go. It's a run play for Grayson County, breaking through, stiff-arming a tackler, getting up to the 50-yard line. Jamycen Buster, a gain of about 10 yards. First down, Grayson County.
Jamycen looked explosive on that play.
That was the most explosive play of the game, and I don't even know why you're looking at it. Move the chains, first down. Yep. You know, it's 56-0, 11:40 left. Let's go. Move the chains. Yeah, no. Let it go. Move it forward. I do want to make sure I thank you, the fans, for tuning in with us, and you too, John, for joining us this year on the broadcast. Hope you've enjoyed it.
I have really enjoyed it.
It's been fun to continue the coverage, and our great K105 crew as well. They bring you the games. They have to stand out in the elements sometimes, and trust me, they let me know when they do. Run play for Buster, and he's horse collar tackled down.
How's that not a horse collar?
I don't know how, and Buster is slow to get up after the play. I mean, he was, I don't know, John. It's a loss back to the 50.
I didn't know those jerseys would stretch out.
That did stretch out quite a bit. Under 11 minutes left here in the ball game.
On the stop, Epsom. Loss on the play, 2nd and 12.
Owensboro will host either Greenwood or Madisonville next week. And, of course, when the third round happens, that's when they open up the RPI where, they could be playing a Bowling Green or a Atherton, who's had a really good season.
Yeah, Atherton's had a really good season.
And then in the Final Four is where they'd be matched up with the rest of the state as well, where you could run into a Pulaski County, a Cooper or something, and that pass nearly intercepted, intended for Ethan Mudd. A little too tall. This is some younger players out there finally for Owensboro on defense, it looks like. I don't see Ashley out there anymore. I was surprised they were out there as long as they were.
Ashley and Jackson James, I don't see either one of them out there. And that's two guys that were kind of all in our backfield tonight.
Clock continues to run.
Yeah, Jamyson's kind of got a little limp to his step here.
That was an awkward tackle.
It was.
Trips down here near side, one right side. Bratcher rolls out near side. Being chased. Bratcher spins. He throws.
Oh, it's got to be pass interference.
And there it is. And now there's a little extracurricular. Shane Hall had it after the play. And after he was shoved, and there's some extra talking happening now from Owensboro and pointing at the scoreboard. And it's kind of one of these things where both sides need to just say, hey, we're okay.
Yeah.
Pass interference called on Owensboro.
That's just one of them points. Shane Hall, you're kind of fed up, and somebody slams
game.
Somebody slams you a little hard. You're upset it's your last game. You get up, and I'm glad that he kind of just walked off after that.
And he'll move the ball down to the 35-yard line. First down, Grayson County. That's the thing with Owensboro tonight, though. If you want something to Marcus Gainaway to really circle, 10 penalties tonight.
They're not playing smart football. That'll get you beat.
Unsportsmanlike and so on. In the gun goes Bratcher, rolling out near side, has Mudd as a blocker in front of him. He dumps it off. It's caught by Shane Hall, and Hall gets it down to the 26-yard line. And now a little pushing and shoving after the play. Hall gets it, though. Gain of 9 on the play. This team has a lot to be proud of. They've fought a lot of adversity this year.
They have.
They've had some injuries. They've had some locker room stuff that has gone on as well, and they've come together, and I think they've turned out to have a really good season when halfway through they easily could have quit and it could have gotten real bad. And you think last week, against a really good Hart County team, it was a really close game.
It was.
Bowling Green, you played them really well. You beat Warren Central and so on. Bratcher.
I ever saw it right open. 2
pass. And he'll just throw it away. Owensboro's wanting a hold, John. It might have been, but guys, it's 56-0. And that's probably what the officials are saying.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they were saying there.
And they're still letting them have it. I mean, it's 56-0 with 7.5 minutes left in the game. Not entirely sure what does. Bowling Green leads Graves 35-0 at the end of the third quarter. It's a running clock in that scenario as well. And I think Jake Bratcher has a lot to be proud of as a starting quarterback. Because, John, I'll be honest, when he got the job, I was a little – I didn't know. I was very curious, and he has exceeded my expectations.
He has mine too. Halfway through the season, I thought,
and he's played really well down the stretch.
The last half of the season, I've been impressed with him.
He's done a great job running the option, and he's turned into be a pretty good Grayson County quarterback. Read option run for Bratcher, and he is dropped on the play. There was a celebration from the tackler, Makai Kendall, and when he did, he was doing like a pumping his arm in the air. But he came really close to punching Jake. And I don't think it would have been
I don't think it was intentional, no.
It's a loss of 5 on the play.
And, that's a kid that's probably a backup that's getting a little excited to get in and make a sack. And
4th down for Grayson County. from the 31-yard line. They trail in this game 56-0 against Owensboro. Trips right side. Low snap. Bratcher being pressured. It's a zero blitz. They dump off a screen to Mudd. He's got the first down. He's got more. Ethan Mudd, 10-5, touchdown, Grayson County. Ethan Mudd from 31 yards out to the Cougs are on the board.
I tell you what, his blockers and even the wide receivers threw a good blocker to get him that touchdown. 31 yards, that's a nice little screen pass.
And, John, I'm really happy for Ethan Mudd.
Me too. There's not a kid out there that works harder than Ethan Mudd, and, yeah, I'm glad to see that.
Here comes the kick from Lane Beasley to put it through. Owensboro looks like they're going to try and block this.
I'm sure.
And they're coming. And Lane Beasley says, no, you will not. The kick is good, 56-7, 5:15 left in the ball game as this is Cougar football on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Really happy to see that ending there for Grayson County. They scored the touchdown. Ethan Mudd, a 31-yard touchdown catch. I'm really proud of that kid. He has really fought through and turned out a really good season. Jake Bratcher has. I mean, you look up and down these seniors. Caden Tyner had played a lot of football. This is a short little pooch kick over on the far side, and it'll go out of bounds. I mean, Caden Tyner, a kid, though, that came back and played football this year. I don't know that he'd really ever played the game, except maybe in middle school he did.
Middle school or junior pro. But
we mentioned Ethan Mudd, Jake Bratcher, Shane Hall, I think, has had a great season as a receiver. And with Shane, too, John, I give him credit for coming back and even playing the game because, as I've said multiple times, if that injury would have happened to me, I think I'd still be laying on the grass up at Moore.
Yeah.
And it was grass now, and now it's turf. I think they would have just put the turf over me because I would still be laying on the turf and would have just said, just take me now.
That just shows you his work ethic, to come back from that injury and have the season he's had this year. I mean,
Matthew McAllister, another kid. I remember, was it Bowling Green where he had the hit?
Oh, he had a monster hit that
against
game.
Bowling Green. Pressure coming and might have a hold called on Bowling Green as this little toss it play out. Green is wrapped up, still not letting him go. Nice job by Ethan Mudd. He wasn't going to let him go.
No, he wasn't.
I think it's going to be coming back because of a hold anyways on Bowling Green.
That's complete.
As let's go back here. Lane Beasley. It is holding called against Owensboro. Move it back to the 25. Lane Beasley, another kid that came back from injury, and he's played a really good season. He had that highlight play against Bowling Green, which I think was fantastic.
Yeah, Lane's been a really big player for us this year. You probably don't hear his name enough, but defensively, special teams, even offense he's been on some.
And then you got your linemen. You got Corbin Geary, Will Vincent, and Tristan Brooks. All three of those guys have had their moments this year. Corbin playing left tackle. And, John, you were not, as an offensive lineman, if we call your name, it's rarely because you're doing something good. Run and wrapped up. Nice tackle made at the line of scrimmage there by Grayson County. Tristan Brooks was one of the man in there. And the other one was...
Is that Maddox Anderson?
I think it might have been, Maddox.
The football game will be next Friday. Owensboro will take on the winner of Greenwood and Madisonville in the second round of the 5A playoffs here at Rash Stadium.
As the clock continues to run down, 90 seconds remaining in the game.
For season ticket holders Tuesday through Thursday in the athletic office from 9 to 3.
Hancock County leads Caldwell County 28-0. Screen play down on the near side, given to Shemwell. He's up the near sideline, turns back upfield, runs by Shane Hall, breaks the tackle, and Shemwell's going to go to the house. Shemwell is inside the end zone. Touchdown, Owensboro. A 71-yard touchdown with 1 minute left.
Either we ain't run a lot of plays, they ain't ran a lot of plays, or I've missed a bunch of tackles.
Well, we've only got them for about 13 offensive plays in the game. It's been short fields primarily in this one. And they're talking this as there were some more flags that came out after the play there.
Well, he was celebrating at the 10 or 15-yard line when he was going in, pointing.
And that is taunting.
That is taunting, yes.
And they missed the one earlier in the game on the pick six. And that's kind of one of those things, John. You're up by a lot.
They're just letting back. 26 seconds, the clock still running during the discussion.
And do you really even need to take the PAT here?
No, but I guarantee you they will.
And Owensboro fans are telling them to kick it. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. And they never said what team it was on, did they?
No, he never pointed either way.
I think it's on you, John. No, it's on Owensboro. Okay, they'll move backwards. I think it might have been on you. I think I saw him point to you.
May have. But, yeah.
I think you got to put the headset down now, and you got to go out there and kick this. You still got a kick, can you?
I'd like to try it one time, you know. Uh-oh.
It's a 15. So this will turn out to be a 35-yard extra point.
Yeah.
And I like it. Shane Hall's going to go back there. He's going to try and return it.
I would too.
This is the final play of the game, though.
We may block this.
It's not a good snap. He got it away, and it is out of bounds. Owensboro wins tonight by the final score of 62-7. We'll come back, jump into the fifth quarter show after the. Actually, no, we'll have one more break. We'll come back and have a little bit more after this. It's Cougar football on the Moose.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit. Finished tonight with a final score of 62-7. We'll come back, jump into the fifth quarter show after this. This is Cougar football.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teachers! Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation!
Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
I crave adventures that spark joy and create memories. Sailing the seas with Royal Caribbean or exploring the magic of Disney parks. And with your global getaway, my dreams are expertly crafted. From all-inclusive Caribbean resorts to tailor-made itineraries, Mark turns wanderlust into reality. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary?
Your Global Getaway. Expertise in unforgettable vacations. Call Mark at 270-296-0106 or visit yourglobalgetaway.com. Start living your travel dreams today.
Yes, start living your travel dreams today.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with a routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Sophia A., absent, because transportation was absent.
Maria J., absent, because child care for siblings was absent.
Julio M., absent, because housing was absent.
Cole W.
Darren L.
Olivia H.
Absent.
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 When communities and schools is present, 99% of our students are present and ready to learn.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything. Owensboro tonight for Grayson County as they fall to the Red Devils by the final tally of 62-7. We'll join you back here into the booth as John, your takeaways here from this game. You know, the score is what it was. Yeah. Owensboro ran the score up at the end there. There's no question about that. But I don't think it tells the story of this season.
No, I don't either. I don't either. These guys did play to the end. I'll give them that. You know, even though they scored doesn't show what we scored with 2 minutes to go, they were still playing on the last play of the game. So I don't think the score of this game determines how this season ended.
I think Brian Jones is still really proud of this squad because, like we mentioned too, is this team had to fight a lot of adversity throughout the season, and Brian Jones will say, are there better young men right now because of what they've had to go through? And I think the answer is yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is gonna make them better individuals, closer teammates. I'm sure everything happens for a reason, and I think it made them better as players.
There's nothing to like a high school teammate, is there?
No.
Because I'm sure that you still see some of your guys, and whenever you are together, I bet you're reminiscent about the good old days.
Oh, yeah. We still see them. Sometimes out here on Friday nights, I'll run into one of them, and you'll still talk about those days. And these guys will remember these moments forever.
And this last bus ride home, for that group of seniors is one that they won't forget.
No.
I'm sure you remember that last bus ride back because it was at Breck, right?
It was at Breck, yeah.
And it is it's something that you absolutely remember are those little things. As Owensboro wins this game again tonight by the final score of 62-7. I'll try to see if I can't find a score or two really quick as it runs down. And to my crew too, if you see Coach come up, give me like a signal because I'm going to be looking this way. I don't want him to sneak up on us while we're talking here. Let's see what scores we have. I can give you the volleyball Final Four. It'll be Lexcath against Assumption and Notre Dame against North Oldham. John, who you got?
Assumption.
I'll take Notre Dame. I'll go with my my neck of the woods.
Okay, but Assumption, man, I tell you what, they produce a lot of college volleyball girls.
I've said the best athlete I've seen at the college level, like with my own eyes, was Alyssa Kavanaugh. She played at Western and passed away a couple of years ago from cancer, but she was a volleyball player. And, John, you could honestly say, hey, here's $1 million. You have to take one of those hits from Alyssa Kavanaugh, and I would say, no, thank you, because that looked like it hurt. She was an outstanding player. So, yes, they breed them up there for volleyball players. They do.
I tell you, I've been to a lot of sporting events, college, NBA, NFL, and last year's Final Four of college volleyball was one of the greatest athletic events I've ever been to. There is no way one of those girls from Stanford that's about 6'6", I let her spike one at me.
Absolutely not. No question. Let's see what we can here. Logan County, rather, is defeating somebody 35-6. Don't know who.
A good team, though.
They are. Bowling Green defeats Graves County 42-0. Hancock over Caldwell 28-0. Owensboro Catholic leads Fort Campbell 61-7. Union County 42-0 against LaRue County. Bethlehem leads Fulton County 45-14. You ever been to Fulton County?
I have. That's about as far west as you can go.
Why did you go to Fulton County?
We drive through there going to Missouri a lot.
Okay. I was going to say, I didn't think people wanted to go to Fulton. I thought you had to want to get there.
No, you do have to, but, we'll drive through there a lot going to Missouri. And
E-Town defeats Callaway County 42-7. Looks like that is a final score. That appears to be some of those. I'm feeling my phone buzz, which means I've gotten more finals on this way. Franklin Simpson against John Hardin, 28-21 at the end of the third quarter.
Oh, wow, that's a game.
That is a good game. In fact, that's an interesting matchup, too, because John Hardin's coach is the former coach at Franklin Simpson. So there's and he's probably been at John now for about 5 years. Okay. So I don't know how many crossovers as players he has. But that is something. Simon Kenton defeats Oldham County 31-9. Garrett County over DeSales 29-22 at the end of the third quarter. McCracken County leads Central Hardin 25-0. Late first half there. And that appears to be most of the scores that I see coming through here.
You were reading that Owensboro Catholic score off, and I was looking at them earlier today, and I'm thinking, Brady Atwell left, and they didn't miss a beat.
Well, they got Jamil Carruthers.
Oh, I know. That's why I was looking at their stats, and I'm like, they didn't miss a beat.
He is an outstanding player, and I just kind of hope that he decides he just wants to play football.
Not basketball.
I don't want to play basketball.
Yeah, he is a good basketball player.
He is a great basketball player, and I don't think anybody from Litchfield would be heartbroken. I don't think anybody from Davis County would be heartbroken, or Apollo would say if you just decided you wanted to play football and focus on that since that is your sport.
But I was really shocked. That's where I knew his name from was basketball, and then I was reading his stats
big
today.
Half against Grayson County last year.
And I was reading his stats, and I'm like, wow, he's a pretty darn good football player too.
And that's the thing. Basketball season comes here really quick. As we're still waiting on Coach Jones to make his way up. I see a couple of players have popped out. Maybe that's an Owensboro player that popped out of the. I thought you were going down there for a second. I was a little worried. I don't know if Zach was ready to get you, but basketball season comes here really soon. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But the boys play that first Monday of December. I think it's the 1st. They will host Central Hardin. That'll be an outstanding game if you want one to come to. And then the girls the next night on that Tuesday host McLean County, and what will be an outstanding game as well. And then on Friday of that opening week, December the 5th, whatever it is.
I think it's the 5th or 6th.
The Cougar basketball team will play in the Marshall County Hoop Fest. That is scheduled to be a 10 o'clock Eastern time or Central time start.
If it starts by 11, you'll be lucky.
I'll be very lucky as they take on Woodward Academy of Georgia. And that'll be a different challenge.
You may have to take a nap before that game, Sam.
See, the sleeper over here to your right is not wanting to work that game because he's afraid that he'll fall asleep running the camera.
Am I going to have to come run the camera for you?
And see, See, the downside is that Addison, our director, says, she said, well, just buy him a Red Bull. I was like, I don't want to buy him a Red Bull. Have you seen him how he acts when he's not tired? I don't know that we need to give him a Red Bull. I don't know. That sounds dangerous.
That does.
We'll take a break here. Grayson County falls tonight by the final score of 62-7. We're hoping to get Coach Jones to hear from him. and hear his thoughts on this game. Again, the final score, Owensboro wins 62-7, as this is Cougar football on the Moose.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
When garbage is thrown on the ground, tossed out a car window, illegally dumped, or poured down storm drains, it all ends up in our streams and lakes. Which means that pretty soon we'll be reeling in more trash than fish. Do your part to keep our new Kentucky home.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
Sophia A., absent, because transportation was absent.
Maria J., absent, because child care for siblings was absent.
Julio M., absent because housing was absent.
Cole W.
Darren L.
Olivia H.
Absent.
Absent.
Absent. Absent.
When communities and schools is present, 99% of our students are present and ready to learn.
Here to Owensboro High School, where Grayson County closes their season tonight with a loss to the Red Devils in the opening round of the playoffs. Coach Jones is making his way up top, and we will talk to him and get his thoughts on this game in just a moment. So we've got our comfy little stool that he will be joining us here in just a few moments here as Grayson County falls tonight. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to end up taking a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more. This is Cougar football on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Duda Hudson in Litchfield today.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. When you donate to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement. And the things you loved start a new life too.
Welcome back here to the fifth quarter show. Coach Jones joins us now. And, Coach, I'm going to turn that down before I start hearing myself multiple times. You can hear me, right? Let me unmute you. There we go. What was the message to the team after a tough loss here tonight?
You know, we talked about really self-confidence. You know, I think, to be quite honest, I think we stepped out on the field and wasn't the same team that played Bowling Green and believed we had a shot. And, of course, then, you know, some things started kind of spiraling out of control. And you know, when you play a really, really good team that's as talented as they are, you know, it can get away from you in a hurry. And so I just told them, you know, whether you're a underclassman that's moving forward in the program or you're a senior that's graduating out of the program, like you got to be the attacker in life. You know, you've got to attack you know, the off season. You got to attack the classroom. Like you got to, and by that I mean like with your preparation and how you approach, and because that's how you, I think, truly build self-confidence in your ability. And I talked about, like, you know, when you go into class and you've done your work and you've studied for your test and everything, when you leave class after taking the test, you don't have worry, you don't have fear that there might be a bad grade come back because you've prepared. And I said, you know, but when you go in there and teacher says, oh, we got a quiz today, and you didn't know it and you aren't prepared, you leave there with that pit in your stomach that, oh my goodness, that I didn't know what that was about, and that could be a bad grade. My parents may see it and all these other things. And so it's your approach to sports, your approach to your job, your approach to life in general has got to have preparation, and that's how you build confidence, and it's not fake. And I told them, I said, you guys pass through by people every day that are trying to sell you how good they are, how tough they are, how smart they are. And I said, and that's not real, true self-confidence. It's because real, true self-confidence doesn't have to be sold. You know, you don't have to pretend or act and try to get somebody else to believe that you are this thing. And I said, because if you're truly self-confident, you don't need anybody else to, you know, pat you on the back and tell you those things. You just believe it. And, you know, so we talked a little bit about that. And then, you know, I talked about, you know, really, truly, I think in the years that I've been coaching, whether head coach or assistant coach, I don't know that I've seen a team kind of grow throughout the year as much as this group. You know, I felt like we played pretty well in the week 1 against Edmonson County, but weeks 2, 3, 4 right there, kind of early to middle season, you know, we were tumbling backwards, and you know, I told them I thought they did a really nice job of kind of grabbing and hanging on and saying, wait, we've got to do some things differently, and really evolving as a group and a team. And I said, you know, some of our best games, even though they weren't always wins, were right here at the end of the season, minus this game. You know, the Bowling Green, the Warren Central, the Hart County game, and I said, you know, and I just told him, I said, I'm really proud of the ability that they didn't just let it slip away. I said, because it would have been real easy for us to end up 2-8 and out of the playoffs, and you know, we just didn't allow it. And you know, they fought, and they became more physical, and so you know, we talked a little bit about that, and then I turned it over to the other guys, and I just kind of went around to the seniors one by one, and you know, hugged them up, and you know, told them once a Cougar football player, always one. And you know, we love for those guys to continue to come around when they're in town, because I know some of them will go off to college and do different things. And you know, the real joy of a coach is hearing, you know, once a guy's kind of graduated out of the program, how successful they're continuing to be. And you know, I still get messages from time to time from previous players talking about different things that they've went through in life and how their experiences through football have helped them get through, you know, good times and bad times. And so, you know, I just told those guys I love them, and I was proud of them. You know, and then, you know, not to be a stranger, because we love to kind of hear those guys come in on different breaks and how great, you know, college is going, or vocational school or work or whatever it may be. And, you know, and I felt that group itself, I think, grew quite a bit. You know, E-Mud was kind of a silent guy over the last few years and played kind of a very selfless role and flourished when the light became spotlight on him. And I thought he had, just an absolute tremendous season. And, I think Jake has grown as much as a human being as any kid I've seen in a 12-month period, and into a leader and a young man. And, Shane Hall and Beasley and Will Vincent and Tristan Brooks and all those guys have, I think if you just reflect on, them as freshmen to now, and it just makes you proud to see the young men, and really more men than young men now that they've become. And so, I just wanted to make sure that, as we're kind of separating and going different directions, me and my role day to day, I don't always see the guys all the time. And, I just wanted to make a point to let them know that they're important and we love them.
You always talk, I think one of the parts that makes you such a great coach is you always mention that, winning is important. You want to win more than anything, but you want to build the young men.
Mm-hmm.
And football, like you said, teaches those lessons. You all fought through a lot of adversity this season of different things that happen both on and off the field with injuries and so on. What do those lessons teach, or do you hope teach a young man that they will then use, like you were mentioning, over these next 5, 10, 15? And I'm sure even when you still pull back to some of the memories when you played the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think nobody goes through life, as an adult, as a parent, as a spouse, and doesn't face adversity at some point, whether it's the loss of a loved one, the loss of a job, son comes home with a bad grade, whatever it may be, there's different challenges through life. And, I hope that our program challenges them, and that, as they become an adult and go through these various challenges that you have to, whether you can pay a bill and keep the lights on or, whatever it may be, that they reflect to, the adversities that they've seen in sport, and can realize that, hey, if I keep my head down and keep grinding, I'll fight through this and it'll be okay, because it's easy to curl up in a ball and just, say, oh, poor pitiful me, but that doesn't accomplish anything and that doesn't get you through anything. And so, that's one thing I can say is I feel like our guys, they fight, they work hard, and I have no doubt in my life that, as they move forward, if they will carry the characteristics that they've built over the last 4 years in the weight room, on the field, and different things like that, they'll be successful. You just got to stay the course. And when the times are hard, that knowing that, if I keep attacking it and I'm the attacker, not the attackee, that I'll get through this and come out better for it on the other side. And so, that's my hope, that these guys carry that with them as they move forward into adulthood. And because I agree with this just various things of this year. It would have been easy to say, let's have a little fun and we'll be okay, and and maybe we only win the Edmonson County game. But they didn't. It took us a couple weeks to find our way, find our identity, and figure out what we were going to be about. And I think they did a really nice job from the guys up front, to us doing some different things defensively, to really just selling out on the option game and really kind of jumping on E-Mud's back and saying that, we're going to really live by the 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And, I think they bought into that identity, and it really got us through and over the hump, and got us, to where we earned our spot in the playoffs. Because, you flip over a week later after we play Warren Central, and they're giving Barron County, who had just really beat up on us, every ounce of what they wanted, and really only, made it really, I guess, kind of a stressful time for us of, are we going to get in or not, and how's the RPI going to play out? And as you're watching the end of that game unfold, and Warren Central's got the ball twice to have a chance to win. And but these guys really grinded it out throughout the year, and just super proud of how they kind of handled adversity and how they just kept putting one foot in front of the other, moving forward. And we got the win at Ohio County, and then had the break, and I think those two things were really kind of the recipe for us to kind of take a step forward. Coming out of fall break, I think you could argue our Warren Central game, was, if not the best game we played all year, it was one of them. Top to bottom, offense, defense, the whole 9 yards. And I wish we could have had a little better product out there tonight. But when you play good teams like that, if you're not strapped up and firing on all cylinders, it can snowball in a hurry. That's for sure.
John, do you have a quick question?
Main thing I wanted to say is, I told Sam, I said, the one thing I've noticed with this bunch of guys and over the last couple of years watching you all is the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You came in here and changed the culture. And there was a couple times this year, after the Butler County game and after the Barron County game, you guys, those kids could have laid down and quit.
Mm-hmm.
But, after that Barron County game, it's like they came out, played Ohio County, and that was their just get right moment.
Yeah.
And handle diversity, and like I say, that's a culture change in my opinion, how that happens.
Well, that would be a testament to the kids and the work that they put in, and and their ability to be resilient and not give up. That I just don't think they have that in their DNA. They're just not give up kind of people. And but you're absolutely right. I think you could probably say that Barron County may have been our worst game all year. Yeah. And you're going into an Ohio County game that's scratching and clawing and trying to find any way they can to get a win. And, we're coming off maybe the worst game that we've played all year. And I thought they responded really well. And then, like I said, we got that week off, and they came back. And, the Warren Central week is probably one of the best weeks I've been around a team as far as practice, preparation, and then to see it play out on Friday night with the results that they went out and got was just super awesome to see. And then you watch the Bowling Green game, and I don't think the score is any indication as to what kind of game that was and how close it was to being much tighter. And the Hart County, you go down 14-0 at the half, and it would have been easy to come out from halftime and just kind of be, ho-hum about it and maybe get out of there 21-0, 21-7 or something. And it was a completely different group of guys that came out of that locker room and fought exceptionally hard to be in position to, have an opportunity to maybe win that game. And so, I don't think the record indicates the play that these kids had this season. Because if you just flipped on the film and watched some of these games later in the year, I think most people would say that, we're probably above 500 and maybe even well above 500, depending on when you're looking and what game you're looking at and everything like that. And, and I think if you kept the scoreboard out of it, you would assumed, the Bowling Green game is much closer, and the Hart County game is a win in our favor. And, so it didn't always necessarily result in what you wanted on the scoreboard, but the kids got big hearts, and they fight like heck when their back's against the wall. That's for sure.
Yes, they do.
Coach, I appreciate you taking the time for us before, during, after every game this season, and Tobacco Bowl is going to be here before we know it, isn't it?
Yeah, it will. And we're that'd be something that probably be a focal point for us in the off season. We're on a pretty good stretch right now against Edmondson, and you don't want to be the group that turns that stick back over, and
especially at home.
Yeah, and be back at Litchfield, and you got some seniors that will be seniors, that junior class that has been part of some pretty successful teams, and they've never experienced being on the other side of the stick and what have you. So that'd be something. Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Me either. I mean, I guess as an assistant, I think we may have early when I was first there, but most of my career here in Grayson County, we've had it, and probably only 1 year in there since we've had it was it really even close. But that game's with rivalries got the capability of being close even when you wouldn't think the talent level is very close. So we need a big off season in the weight room. We got a lot of young guys that we're really not ready to play 5A football, and they got thrown in the deep end, and at times they treaded water like you wouldn't believe. They look like Navy SEALs, but then at other times you could tell that it was young kids that were green, and so we've got to try to get them to take another big step forward. And one thing you can't replace and replicate, no matter how much you want to, is experience. And so there's a lot of young guys that got a lot of experience this year, and hopefully they take that with them. And hopefully they got a little bad taste in their mouth when it's time to get back in the weight room and attack that, because you can't substitute speed and you can't substitute size and strength when it comes to football. And so that'll be big for us as what we can get accomplished in the weight room come winter workouts. So, but proud of our group, and proud to be a Cougar.
Coach, I appreciate it. We'll see you next year.
Thank you, guys.
That's head coach Brian Jones. We'll come back and wrap it up for the year after this. This is Cougar Football on the Moose.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Very quickly, we'll give out our hometown hangout MVP for today's game. John, we talked, and who are you going to pick tonight?
Our hometown hangout MVP would be probably senior Shane Hall.
Shane Hall will be our hometown hangout MVP. Give him a lot of credit and thank him for doing that here tonight. Great season for this Grayson County squad. And John, thank you for joining us all year.
Thank you for the invite, Sam. I had a good time. And
you ready for the Tobacco Bowl?
Let's go. Go Cougars.
It'll be coming here quick. Again, basketball starts here in a couple of weeks. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll have you locked in there. We'll be back over on K105 for the Cougs and the Bruins to open up the year that first Monday. But Meet the Cougar Night is 2 weeks from tonight. Hope you join us for that. Stephen Smith. It's like the Undertaker. He's throwing open the.
He's ready.
He's ready. He was texting me about it either yesterday or the day before.
I want to see him get out there in that 3-point shootout.
You never know. Never know. That'll wrap us up here tonight. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your director was Addison Parker, and your camera operator was Zach the Sleeper Jack. So for John Decker, a night where Grayson County finishes their regular season with a 4-7 record with a 62-7 loss to Owensboro, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.
This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building Materials, Midway Pharmacy, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone. Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your global getaway, and by Grayson County Schools.